in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
All right, it is a Thursday, 19th day of March, 2026. We are live. We are here. It is Bart and Carlin, but today it is Bart and Dan for the next 3 hours on ESPN New York at 800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. Tom Bauer and Ray Dinahan are here. They are producing the program today on a busy sports Thursday. It is March Madness. It is the start of the NCAA tournament. For my money, as good a day today and tomorrow as there is on the entire sports calendar. These are fantastic days.
Oh, you just want to see a big upset.
Not even that.
You want to see Virginia get sent home by, like, Commonwealth of Nevada.
The Commonwealth of Nevada? That's a strong
University.
That's a strong math program at that school, by the way. But no, I just like the wall-to-wall hoops. I mean, the fact that once high noon hits, we got basketball basically for the next 13 hours for 2 straight days.
I mean, you introduced it as, it's Bart and Dan. They thought it was going to be Dan and Dan, like the mass hysteria. Whenever anybody calls now, because of you, we call this the Dan effect. When anybody calls, say, hey, man, there's a little traffic at the tunnel, man. It's like a little thick. Oh, my God.
I set the tone. Because it took me 4 hours to get here one day.
Who was here before me? Who was here? Who did the show before us?
The Dave and Rick.
Oh, they're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, Dave's back.
Rick.
I was with Rick.
I'm about to say Rick's a soldier, man.
With the Calandras yesterday?
Yeah, Rick's a soldier.
See, Rick.
And then he had to pop up this morning.
Oh, sure.
3 shows.
Yeah, but he was at home. Come on, man.
Hold up. 3 shows.
Yeah.
Well, they do 4 hours. That's 12
hours.
13 hours.
Yeah.
No, he did 12 plus 3. He did 15 hours in 2 days.
So what do you think I've done all week?
I'm just saying.
I've done.
No, but he had to travel from Long Island. That might be the worst commute in the history. From Long Island to Jersey?
Well, John was there last night, too. He lives on Long Island, and he told me it only took him maybe like a little over an hour to get home because it was later at night. And there's nobody on the road.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it.
But I'm saying get in there.
Oh, absolutely.
For Tricky Ricky, he had to get right off the air, get some dude wipes, wipe his bum, and go straight to start heading straight there because you just never know. That's the problem. And that's the hard part when you think about, how our commutes work. You just never know. So you have to prepare for the worst because in an event in which you expect to be sponsored and you're filling in, you don't want to be the fill-in person and be late. So now that means you have to leave early just to be scared. And then to mess around now is cool and it's empty. And now you're there 2 hours early and you're in a parking lot watching all the people go in that's coming and excited to meet you.
Well, here's the problem. Okay, I'm sitting in there in the office. John and I were BSing before the show, right? Tom comes in like all panicked.
Talking to you.
Like his hair's on fire.
Talking to you.
Because he's holding the phone like this, like he's like, like he works at the White House or something, and he's like, Mr. President, I'm sorry, we have an alert. And it turns out that you texted him, and you said that I'm trying to get into the Holland Tunnel or whatever, but there's issues, I might not make it in time, or something along those lines, right?
Yeah, it was the Lincoln Tunnel, actually.
Oh, the Lincoln.
Yeah,
okay, you went Lincoln.
Holland's
you
something
said
different.
You were a Lincoln guy.
Yeah, Lincoln.
So nevertheless, he comes in all panic, thinking that, you're going to be hours late. I guess as a courtesy to me, hey, prepare yourself. You might have to start the show by yourself, which is fine if that's got to happen. But you're here, and you made it in plenty of time.
Well, I was early. I went to CVS and get my hydrations.
He got his hydrations. He got his liquids. He comes in and he did you heat up the meal from last night or did you eat it cold?
No.
Little heat up?
I heated up.
All right, so he brought in leftovers from last night. He heats that up. He's got his meal. He did all this before the show, which means he got here in plenty of time.
Of course.
Right?
But I'm just letting them know. You know what I mean? Hey, man, this could be a potential problem. I'll give you an update. See, but the problem is PTSD dealing with you.
That's right. That's right. I got to set the tone here somehow, and if it's taken 4 hours to get here one day, then so be it. I left my mark.
Well, Bart, thank you for sending that text because I very much appreciated that.
See, Tom's a big correspondence guy. He likes that stuff. By the way, is it not 8,000 degrees in this room right now?
Yeah, and I got my heavy hoodie on.
Dude, what is going on?
I feel a little air in, like they just turned the air on. I got the air coming on here, but you know what happens is like you're going into performance base.
Yeah.
So now like you're going into player mode because before you sitting here, you didn't really say anything.
Right.
But now you kind of got like jacked up on Mountain Dew. Your endorphins are going around. You know what I'm saying? You hype. You know what I'm saying? The show's on. You're in performer mode. Little back butter.
There might even be some lower body perspiration right now. I don't know.
Oh, that's nasty.
You know, like but it is. It's disgustingly warm in here, is it not?
See, I'm sitting right underneath. Like I sit right underneath the air.
Right.
I'm looking at what happened yesterday. It would be against the bum team.
Yeah, but that didn't cause it, did it? That couldn't have.
Yes.
That
he might have caught a knee or he might have fell. What we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is the news that all Knicks fans are kind of acting like they're concerned, but they're actually celebrating.
That's one hell of a transition, by the way, by you.
Yeah. Cade Cunningham, the breaking news.
It is pretty breaking. You're right.
I mean, because the Eastern Conference, the best record in the Eastern Conference hangs in the balance.
And what Bart's alluding to, you might as well just come right down and say it, right, is that Shams Charania on ESPN, our NBA insider, is reporting that Cade Cunningham, who is clearly in an MVP conversation, whichever one you're going to have, best player on the Detroit Pistons, the class of the Eastern Conference, dealing with a collapsed lung. And that's no joke. However, we both did kind of get a chuckle where they say it's a mild collapsed lung. I didn't know that there could be degrees of a
maybe
collapsed lung.
Maybe it's a mini collapsed lung. You know what I mean? How can it be mild? I think it had to be a degree, right? Like a grade 1 MCL sprain, a grade 2. Mild? Like
it's a collapsed lung. It's a collapsed lung. Like that's not a day at the beach. I don't care who you are. Like I say, you're a football player.
I love this because I want to get the when you start hearing these terms, you get all these doctors that listen to our show.
Right.
That this is their time to shine. Now, don't call up here because you're a dentist. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell us about the collapse.
But he has medical training.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was in my undergrad, you know what I mean? They forced us to have a collapsed lung so we could see how to diagnose it.
They made us wear a stethoscope one day. No, but I always got a kick out of the fact, and I still do get a kick out of the fact, like with football, when you hear it's a mild concussion. There is no such thing as a mild concussion. It's a crack in your skull. That's what a concussion is. There's no mild to that. Actually,
Doogie Howser, MD.
Yeah.
It's a bruise of the brain.
It's a bruise of the brain.
It's not a crack in your skull.
Could be.
Because that's so Troy Aikman got 35,000 cracks in his brain.
Tiny.
Micro fracture.
Right.
Okay.
It's super small. But nevertheless, I mean, it's not something you joke about. That's my point. Like, there is no mild degree. I mean, this sounds pretty serious. And initially, well, who was it? Were you the one that said when you walked in, like with your medical degree, you said 4 to 8 weeks or whatever potentially?
No, that was my research. I mean, we can ask Tyrod Taylor. He got a collapsed lung by getting a puncture. And
it collapsed. That's right.
Yeah, it was getting a pain shot to the rib sauce. So let's call Tyrod Taylor. Can anybody get Tyrod Taylor on the phone with us today?
You know what?
Tell we're not going to bother him about football. We're just going to ask about what a collapsed lung feels like.
Congrats to Tyrod, by the way. I just saw the other day he got engaged, not to the girl that was like living in his house that he tried to get to move out of the
Why would
house.
he get engaged with her when she's dating Green, the basketball player?
That's right.
And she has a baby by him. Well, she has a baby by him, so I'm sure he moved on a long time ago. He was just trying to get her ass out. I mean, she already had she got a 1-year-old with this kid, so that means she had been messing with Tyrod for assumably like 21 months.
That's good math by you there. And who knows? Tyrod might be finding his way back to the Jets.
Well,
to
we
be the
both
backup
know
again.
we both know how about getting people pregnant.
Well, there you go. I mean, here's the problem. If you're the Knicks right now, okay, let's get back. First, let me play this for you. Okay, we have the sound.
If you're the Knicks, is this how you want it? Is this how you hoping to get it?
You still got to go out and earn it.
No, but is this how you hoping to get it?
I don't think you hope. I think you just, if you're a Knicks fan right now, I think you're just going to take the desired result, period.
You want to get him, you better get him early. Because he come back game 3 from the collapsed lung like Jason Tatum. Then what?
Here was Shams. This was this morning on Get Up with the breaking news.
Sources tell me that Detroit Pistons superstar Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a mild collapsed lung, and he's expected to miss an extended period of time. The Pistons are not quite sure exactly how long. Could it be a period of weeks? Obviously, the playoffs are about a month away. There is some optimism that he's going to be back for the playoffs, but this is a situation now, an injury that he's going to be fighting, rehabbing. The Pistons, their doctors, their medical staff, they're all going to work together to get more information in the next few days as far as treatment and potential recovery here.
Can somebody Google rehab? How the hell you rehab a lung?
It's a great question.
He gonna go get the thing, the breathing tube with the ball in it? You know what I'm saying? You start blowing up balloons or something. You know what I'm saying? I like Doogie.
Right,
way to go, Doogie. I saw you over there with your little tic tac.
Well, this is the best I got here for you. Ready? How long does this is
it Chat DBT?
That's it. How long does a collapsed lung take to heal?
Nope. Wrong search.
All right, the one we're searching.
Mild.
How long does a mild
Yes, put that in there.
collapsed lung take to heal? Because I don't know how much more mild I could get because the initial response for the first one was just 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah. So how much more mild am I going to get? A few hours? What is that?
No, if it's mild, so you cut that by 25%.
Still says 1 to 2 weeks. A mild collapsed lung typically heals on its own within 1 to 2 weeks. While the lung often re-expands within 48 to 72 hours, full recovery and absorption of leaked air usually takes a few weeks. Small cases may only require observation and rest. So is it going to be an observation and rest situation for Cade Cunningham?
I mean, what I'm saying is I believe he should be able to get the waiver, give him the steroids. When my son was born 2 pounds, 12 ounces. He was premature, born at like 30 weeks. And they gave him something that was called magma.
30 weeks?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, gave him magma. Gave my wife magma, put in her system. It was like a steroid that slowed down the delivery process. And it helped as long as that partner in the trimester, the lungs hadn't yet developed, right?
Yeah.
So they had to keep him in there, try and slow her down from delivering. So they gave her something to slow down the process. And 5 days, got the magma, lungs developed, was Gucci. So give him a magma drip, let his lungs heal, give him some steroids. He should be able to get the waiver to get the steroids. What they gave him was steroids too. You know what I mean? But give him the steroids, and then get in hell and get your ass out there. You from Detroit, baby. We tough.
All right, so let's base that one and compare it to Cade Cunningham. Premature birth, 2 pounds, 12 ounces, good to go in 5 days.
No. It took him a month.
Oh, it took him, okay, but good to go in a month. But he was 2 pounds, 12 ounces.
Yeah, I mean, but it helped him develop his lungs.
His lungs.
So we're talking about the re-expansion of the lungs, 5 days.
5 days. Okay, so let's last one here from Shams. How long does he think he'll be out?
What the Pistons are hoping in a best-case scenario here is that Cade Cunningham is going to be able to come back for the playoffs, right? And whether that's a little bit into the playoffs, the start of the playoffs, you know, the thing is with this is there's just some uncertainty, right, as far as next steps, treatment, how does that look like? And I think the good news here is that it is a mild version of this, but it is something that will be keeping him out a period of weeks.
Okay, NBA playoffs start on April 24th. That's a month. Basically a month. And I'll ask you this question. If you're the Pistons, okay, you're running the show, you're the coach, making decisions, whatever, what's the rush? Right now, what's the rush? What do you want him back for?
Oh, there's no rush.
None.
And it's time for these other guys to get some experience. I'm not tripping. They're 5 games. How many games left?
For the Pistons, they have, 14, according to this, 14. And the Knicks have 12.
Right, 14. Let them, let's say worst case scenario.
And the Pistons, by the way, have a 4-game lead in the loss column on the Celtics. It's over.
So they the second. Let's say worst case scenario, they're the second.
I don't even think they're falling out of the first. Here's a better one.
It might be a blessing in disguise because now you're going to get arrested, Cade.
Here's the Pistons schedule. I'm just going to run down the teams real quick. Washington, Golden State.
First of all, they got hurt by Washington, so you need to hurt somebody on their team because they hurt your player.
You still beat it. You still scored 130 on them too that night.
I don't care. You need to go whoop their ass.
And it's in Washington again. What's up with the 2 straight games in Washington? Who's making this schedule?
Is it a makeup game?
Nah, Maybe. Or was it like one of those snow games that was wiped out earlier? I don't know. Golden State, Lakers, Atlanta, New Orleans.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Those can be 3 losses.
Golden State has nobody left.
The Lakers are playing great.
But it's at home.
Right. Lakers are playing great. LeBron always wants to try and do something.
Atlanta at home.
Atlanta's playing. They've won 11 in a row.
Home New Orleans.
See, but the thing is, they'll beat New Orleans. The thing is, you're going to get that scrappy defense. You're going to get that scrappy Pistons team, much like you got that scrappy Knicks team the other day when Brunson was out.
Pistons got a harder schedule than the Knicks do, I will say that, just on paper. Because then you go at Minnesota, at OKC, Toronto home, Minnesota home, at Philly, at Orlando, home Milwaukee, at Charlotte, at Indiana.
So they got how many games left?
14.
14. They need to win, let's say, 8 because everybody else is not going to go undefeated either.
If you go 500, you're gonna hang on to number one. You go 500, you're hanging on to number one because we were talking about this yesterday with Rick in the morning. Celtics schedule too. Like if you look at what they have, like they got some trickies. The Knicks have like out of all these teams, like the easiest schedule remaining on paper of all these teams. So what it changes for us and for the conversation that we've had all these weeks about, what's the best path potentially to have success in the playoffs, you always say you want to avoid the Pistons. They don't match up well with the Detroit Pistons. Now, given the uncertainty with Cade Cunningham, if you're the Knicks, is the worst thing in the world possibly meeting Detroit in the second round and then not having to deal with Boston until the conference final?
So you're saying Boston's the new scary bad wolf, big bad wolf.
Tatum's back, and they got championship pedigree.
But y'all beat him last year with Tatum.
I know, but this is a different year.
Y'all match up better.
Different year, different coach. Right, fair, right? Different coach.
What? No Porzingis, no Drew Holiday. They got better players, more lively people there.
Let me ask you a question.
Jaylen Brown's not hurt.
Let me ask you a question. Did you think in your wildest dreams that the Celtics would be as good as they are this year?
I thought they'd be good.
But this good? Like second in the conference?
I mean, I had Jaylen Brown as top 10.
But again, like you didn't have Tatum, though. We didn't know he'd come back this early.
No, this was without Tatum. I thought they would be like finish no worse than 4th in the Eastern Conference.
4th and 2nd. That's to me that's a big leap because I look at the Celtics like to me they were almost in the same category as Indiana was.
But I knew they had I knew they had way better players.
But Indiana was in the conference finals last year.
Yeah,
like
but they lost Turner and they lost their number.
Turner's in Milwaukee.
See, and I think is the drop off from Halliburton to the next superstar Siakam is a lot bigger.
Siakam's an all-star though.
It's a lot bigger than the drop off from Jaylen Brown to Tatum because at some point Jaylen Brown has been the alpha dog, right? I feel like when we see that we talk 1A, 1A and 1B. We don't talk, he's the first star, he's the second star. I think they really and that was the thing, we didn't think they could play together. And the fact that they've been playing better together coming back and Tatum's getting his and Jaylen Brown seems like he's still on his MVP type of trajectory. Now, the thing is, this hurts Cade's MVP.
Oh, 100%. How many games has he got? Let's see.
No, he's got plenty of that. It's not that. But, fans and voters, pay attention to the last thing that they saw.
No, but I can see how many games he's played. He's played 61. So he hasn't even played 65 yet. If he doesn't play another game the rest of the season, he's ineligible to win any of those awards because you got to play 65.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous that, that's a thing. Like, I understand that the league is bending over backwards, doing everything they can to try to incentivize these teams and these guys to want to play, but I even think that
maybe it should be 70 then. I mean, it should be 60. 60
maybe
games.
60.
Yeah, 60 games. It should be 60 games.
It's still 3/4 of the season. I think 65 is a little ridiculous because, to me, it just, again, it sends a crappy message that it's like we're putting in these things in place just to ensure that guys even want to play and suit up.
Right, but then when they have legitimate injuries, I think it hurts him because Cade's not somebody that's load managing.
No, he's not. So, I mean, think about what's happening here with the Knicks. All right, here's a little bit of context as far as the collapsed lung with NBA. Tom just sent me this. This is from Kevin O'Connor, who covers the NBA. Past recovery timelines with the collapsed lung is as follows. CJ McCollum apparently happened twice to him. I don't even remember that. In 2023, he missed 12 games over 3.5 weeks. Okay? In 2021, C.J. McCollum missed 18 games over 6 weeks.
Bro, he need to start blowing up balloons. He need to work.
How does that happen twice?
He need to work at Party City and strengthen them weak ass lungs.
Party City's gone, man.
What?
There's no more Party City.
What?
There's no more Party. Where you been?
Why?
You know how much that sucks, though? Seriously, because like if you got it, somebody.
So where you go? You got to go to Michael's or something?
You got to go to like the grocery store, or some crap,
God.
or like Target, and they have like nothing. Ray's looking at me astonished, like he has no idea about this. Did you know about this?
That's Ray's childhood, brother.
There's no more Party City. It's a giant pain in the you-know-what.
That in the Halloween Spirit store.
No, I know that Party City is gone. They fill things up with a helium tank. I don't know how that would help your lungs.
No, what I'm saying is he needs to go there. He needs to go there and do the manual work. Like, I'll do it for free. You know what I'm saying? Get the lungs right. I mean, you only can play with that ball so much. You know what I mean? You ever been sick and they give you that ball and they tell you, you know what I'm saying?
I could have used it this week.
You make the ball float.
Like crap. From C.J. McCollum, look at that. You got one took 3.5 weeks. Another time it took 6 weeks.
And this is mild, though. Remember, this is mild.
Terrence Jones in 2015, it was 2 weeks and he missed 6 games. And Gerald Wallace in 2009, 3 weeks, and he missed 7 games. So this thing could go anywhere from 3 weeks, 6 weeks. But
whoa. How you go? See, there you go putting that bad stuff out there.
No, I'm giving you the range.
But why would you say 6 weeks? I thought you said the most was 14 days.
I'm giving you a range.
I thought you said 14 days. Listen, we're not comparing Cade Cunningham to regular people.
No, but here's what I am saying.
So compare him to the athletes. You said C.J. McCollum had it twice.
Mm-hmm.
12 days is his maximum. And you
12,
said
was it 12 games?
You said 12. You said 12 games.
12 games over 3.5 weeks.
Right.
Right.
So where the hell you get 12 weeks from?
I didn't mean 12. I meant 12 games. Did I say 12 weeks? No, I meant.
Well, you're alluding to that. What I'm saying is 12 games. He got 14 games. So what are we talking about?
Well, that's what I mean. And why I think, too, where we are in the calendar.
Yes.
Be cautious.
But
just be cautious.
But you have to, if let's just say 12 is the maximum what people miss, you know, for what he has, you still want to get him back with maybe like 2 games to get his feet wet. You don't want him going into the playoffs without him playing basketball. I'm assuming part of the rehab is him dribbling and doing exercise, Archer G, taking oxygen in and all that type of stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
What is a collapsed lung? Does it mean that it's like a, you know, you get that balloon and it's like hard to get in and stuck and you can't open it up to fill it up with air?
I think so. I never had one before, knock on wood. Let me ask you a question, though. Without Cade Cunningham, let's just assume, worst case scenario, you don't have him to start the playoffs. Crazy things happen. You think he beat the Hawks without him? Even though they won 11 in a row?
I think they can grind it out.
That's what I'm asking you to do. Just survive in advance.
But listen, I don't think by any stretch of the imagination that he's going to miss. If you're saying he has a month and 14 games left, I don't think it's any scenario in which I see him not being able to play that.
How long? Hey, Ray, how long was Tyrod out when he had his? But that was a puncture. With the how many weeks did he miss?
I would think a puncture was worse.
How does that happen, by the way? Like even though he's like, how the hell does that? I never asked Tyrod about that either. I don't want to like bring up old wounds and stuff. But how does that happen?
He was getting a pain shot and his
yeah, I know.
And he's skinny.
From the doctor though, how the hell do you miss that one?
If I was Tyrod, I hope he had a lawsuit. I think did he win a lawsuit from that?
That wasn't Chow, was it?
In San Diego?
Because he was there. Remember, because he had stuff going back with like Junior Seau where the fallout was like really bad and everything that happened with Junior Seau. Remember?
Yeah.
You know that dude who's all over the internet now, that Dr. David Chow, who's like the football doc guy. And they were.
Does he work for the Chargers? He
used to be the Chargers doctor. But I'm just saying, I don't know if he was still a part of the franchise when he was not. Okay. So it wasn't him when the Tyrod thing happened. But damn, man. All right, so we got to hit a break, but that's the news here. Potentially, does the Eastern Conference playoff picture look a little bit differently here with this Cade Cunningham news? We will talk about it. Want to hear from you at 800-919-3776. We also have a lot of football to get into today, of course. Draft plans, we are getting a lot closer to the draft. What should the Giants do at number 5? You hear all this talk now about maybe Ty Simpson in play for the Jets at 16. Is that even possible? We got March Madness. We got a ton of stuff to get to between now and 1 o'clock. It's Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Big backups on the Harlem River FDR Drive combo this morning, southbound for the 130s all the way down to the 30s. It's an accident in the 90s, at least one lane block. Northbound rubbernecking from at least the 60s up to the 90s. LIE eastbound side, problems near Little Neck Parkway. It's a broken down vehicle. On the Northern State Parkway, you had an earlier problem cleared out by Lakeville Road, but still problems out by Route 110 with an accident right lane. Westbound Northern State Parkway at the LIE, a crash on the exit ramp. In Brooklyn, the inbound Gowanus, the outbound Gowanus is also very slow both ways. At the Prospect, it's an outbound accident. 2 left lanes are closed at the Prospect. Pothole repairs on the New Jersey Turnpike by 16W and on the Thruway northbound side by exit 12 and 13 at Nyack. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Score up to a $50 bonus bet daily during March matchups with BetMGM's free-to-play fast break game. Log in to BetMGM, play as the point guard, and choose to pass or go for a dunk. If you score, you'll win either a $50 bonus bet or boost token. The ball is always in your court with BetMGM, where you can take advantage of special offers and earn rewards points on every bet. Make a fast break during March matchups by playing as the point guard for your daily shot at a $50 bonus bet or boost token. BetMGM.com is where you can find full prize details and terms. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. All rewards expire in 24 hours.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, Where'd you get your windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
All right, subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube. Stream the full weekday lineup live. Watch complete replays, or you can catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat, react in real time, and you can make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube right now. Stay locked in so you never miss a moment. It's Dan and Bart here on ESPN New York. Big March Madness Day as well. We're talking NBA hoops. Breaking news, in case you're just joining us, Cade Cunningham, a quote-unquote mild collapsed lung for the Detroit Pistons. No word yet on how long he'll be out, but it does certainly change potentially how you view the race here in the East and maybe where the standings will shake out, and for the Knicks to who they will play, who they won't play. See, the thing, before we get to the calls, about the Knicks, though, at least in the short term, like the other night, they did what they had to do against the Indiana Pacers. Okay, it was a kind of a weird first half, but they ended up blowing them out, right?
That's because Josh Hart.
Josh Hart, baby.
Who knew Josh Hart?
Points or whatever.
Who knew he was that lethal?
33 points.
See what happens when Brunson's not there? Other people can show their talents.
But again, you don't learn anything. Like tomorrow they're playing Brooklyn. You're not going to learn anything in that game.
Yeah.
Right? Washington after that. You're not going to learn anything. New Orleans after that. Same thing. So this is where you are. You just have to kind of like make sure you take care of business and move on. By the way. Did you see what happened last night in Brooklyn?
Nah.
Did you see what happened last night in Brooklyn?
Of course not.
I mean, you're right in saying that. But I mean, look, we know the Nets are not trying this year. Like, it's painfully
Are they going to try next year?
Well, they hope so if they get ping pong balls.
Who are they tanking for? Like, I feel like we're not talking about the Nets and, like, the rebuild. This is the third time that we have to watch the Nets rebuild after they go all in to try and go get superstars, whether it was Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. Then we had
But that was a short-term thing because those guys were old.
But it ruined their ability to rebuild for a long time.
No, they got screwed with, remember, KD, Kyrie. That was supposed to be KD, Kyrie.
But that's what I'm saying. The second time, that's why I said this is the third time.
The third time. You're right. So, I mean, it could be Darren Peterson from Kansas, A.J. DeBonsa from BYU. I mean, if Darius Acuff takes Arkansas and puts him on his back and takes him to a Final Four, his name's going to be in the conversation.
He's from the crib.
He is. I mean, he's legit.
From Detroit.
Anyway, point being.
What about Boozer?
Cam Boozer, same thing. This would be a fun draft, especially in like that top 10. They play Oklahoma City. Okay, it's OKC. I get it.
The Knicks at OKC?
Nets last night.
Oh.
Nets played OKC.
Oh man, they only lost 15 games.
You know how many points the Nets had in the first half last night? In 2026 in the NBA, you know how many points they had in the first half?
30.
30 would be all world compared to what they did. 24 points. How do you score 24 points in a half in 2026 in the NBA, even if you're not trying to win?
That's because they got rid of Cam Johnson.
Oh, my. They shot 6% from three-point range in the first half. I mean, I don't know how anybody actually pays money to watch that.
Is Michael Porter around here for the long haul?
Define the long haul.
Part of this rebuild.
For his sake, I hope.
I mean, because he's older now. You know what I mean? So, like, do you want him to sit right there in that type of misery?
He's got one more year left on his contract, and I don't think he's, is Jones going to stay around? I can tell you that. The last two games for the Nets, and I don't want to spend too much time on them. And they played Portland the game before Oklahoma City. They trailed at halftime by a combined 60 points. How does that happen? In professional basketball in 2026, how can you be that non-competitive?
I I mean, they were going against the best team. I guess a lot of teams just non-competitive.
What about the Portland game? Portland being a great team.
Yeah, that's different, yeah.
I mean, it's an absolute freaking joke. It really is. Anyways, all right. 800-919-3776 is the telephone number. Let us start it off with our friend Jose in Connecticut. He's first up here on ESPN New York. Jose, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, my guys. How are you, man? Good to see you, Dan.
What's up, Jose?
I just want to say, I'm good, man. I just want to say a couple of things. Like, I understand why we talk about it every year because we all do that, but I feel like two things. One, I don't think that, like, I don't buy into the whole let's avoid this team because we did that last year with the Celtics, and then we ended up playing them and beating them. You know what I'm saying? So
different year, different year, Jose.
Yeah.
Different team, different coach, different everything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I feel like every year we always end up losing to the team we didn't think. We'll always be like, oh, good, we finally got a good matchup, and that's what we lose to. So, like, I'm, like, weary of that conversation, you know what I mean? But then I just want to say to Bart, no, like, he made a comment about Knicks fans, like, no, we don't want the excuses, man, because you were there for the whole Tatum excuse when we would have beat him anyway. I want Cade Cunningham to go home, rest all his other injuries. I want him to get better, come back at the right time, so when we beat y'all, we don't got to hear Bart make excuses for a whole year. Because, like, the playoffs are a different animal, man. Like, everybody thought the Cavs were going to do something. So I'm just saying, like, Knicks fans, we don't want your guy to be hurt. We don't to take advantage. We don't want to hear excuses. We want your guy to be healthy. You know, all mad respect to him. He's good. Let him rest up because I don't want no excuses. And I bet you every Knicks fan would say the same thing. So don't say that we happy. I don't want that.
I guess I'll ask you this though. Like last year, you wanted all the smoke with Boston. You think Boston forgot?
No, they didn't forget. I can tell you that.
You think Boston might want all the smoke with you guys, or are you afraid of Boston? Because now we thought, okay, the only team in the Eastern Conference that can beat the Knicks was the Pistons. You know, we didn't think that the Cavs can do anything, but now, you know, Boston looks like one of the best teams in the NBA, let alone in the Eastern Conference.
No, I'm not. You're right about that. I'm like, dude, y'all both want the smoke, like the Pistons and the Celtics. I'm just saying is like I don't like to do the whole I'd rather play this team or avoid this team anymore because it like never works out that way, and we always end up losing to a random team that like we'll lose to the Cavs this year or something. You know what I mean? So I'm saying like I care more about let the Knicks be let's get our injuries in order and play good ball because when we always look to avoid a team, it never works out. We either lose to a random team before or after. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I'm saying. You're right. I know the Celtics. I ain't taking them lightly.
Jose, what did you rewind for a second? What did you say about the Celtics in terms of how they view the Knicks and so on and so forth?
Well, no, because I'm saying last year they were saying, Tatum got hurt. We were beating them before.
Yeah, he's going to win that game regardless.
Right, the series is over.
That's what I mean.
But it was because Brown was hurt and Drew Holiday was hurt a lot more than we believed.
Well, it's not that. It's just that
Jaylen Brown was a shell of himself.
Well, they were stubborn, too, because they got 20-point leads and still did not deviate from how they play basketball and still decided to chuck up like 53s in those games. It was like the Atlanta Falcons. When you had a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, instead of running the ball to kill some clock, they were still going out there throwing the ball.
And got the sack fumble.
I'm going to say this with peace and love, all due respect, okay, to the Knicks. You think the Celtics, how can I put this mildly? The Celtics, that group, they've won championships before, right? Been in the NBA Finals. Do you think they fear the Knicks, even though the Knicks beat them last year?
Oh, not at all.
That's what I'm getting at.
They shouldn't fear anybody. But the thing is, are they motivated for get back?
Oh, I think so. I think so. The way last year ended, absolutely. Remember what happened last year? Especially, remember the street signs thing in New York City? They changed all the street signs like Josh Hart Avenue, Carl Anthony Towns Way, all that stuff. Like make it and people killed Knicks fans that they celebrated like they won a championship.
And then we got gassed out by Indiana.
That's exactly right. So I think the Celtics, absolutely, they haven't forgot that. But on the other hand, I think that the Celtics have loftier aspirations than just beating the Knicks. Like, that's not what their objective is. Oh, we got to get revenge on the Knicks because they knocked us out this year. No, that's a championship or bust type organization with the Boston Celtics.
Even with Tatum, you think the expectations was they thought they were going to play for a championship?
With Tatum? Of course, with Tatum. You mean without him?
Without him.
Well,
going into this season.
I don't know about without. Maybe they kind of hoped thought that he would be back at some point. Maybe not this early, but at least for the playoffs. Because remember, we still got another month before the playoffs.
Yeah, got rid of Porzingis.
He was back the other night there playing them for the first time.
Yeah, man. Talk about chucking up threes. He thought he was still on the team. Like, bro, that's not our philosophy to shoot 33s, man. He was shooting from everywhere. Like, could you imagine if he'd have stayed on this team as much as he's in and out of the lineup? I wonder at some point how we start looking at, hey, it's time to let Steph go. You know what I mean? I wonder.
That's his call, though.
I wonder at what point, because Draymond is going to be gone in a year or two, if not next year. Like, they let Kuminga go, and Kuminga looks amazing playing with the Hawks, who've won 11 straight games.
Well, remember, Clay's been gone, so he's gone. I think if anybody Steph, I can't ever see Steph in another uniform. Because I don't think he wants to go.
You can never see Jordan in another uniform either, but he played for the Wizards.
Yeah, but Jordan also had like a part ownership stake in the Wizards. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I think Steph's made enough money to be part of our own ownership team.
I just think Steph, look, he's won enough. It's not.
Won enough, but how long has it been since he's won?
They just won 3 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's different, though, if you're like an all-time great player and, you're at the end of the road and I just haven't won a ring yet. I got to win. That's not going to be him, though.
So who has a better chance of being gone? Steph Curry or LeBron James?
Different, though. LeBron's older. I think LeBron's
but that's
gone.
still. But listen, when you get that's like saying my grandmother's my grandfather is a lot older than my grandmother. They both. You get to a point where just old is old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my grandmother's 75, maybe 85.
Well, LeBron's been in the league though for 20 years.
It don't matter how long. Steph's not too far behind him.
4 years less, maybe. Right?
Yeah, but he plays a less physical game.
I'll tell you this though. You're asking me who's I think in better shape? I still think LeBron.
Nah, you can't say that. Steph Curry runs nonstop around everybody.
Yeah, but Steph Curry, his knee's all messed up right now.
But you can't say who's in better shape. Nobody runs more outside of Rip Hamilton, maybe Reggie Miller. Nobody ran more and worked harder to get their shots.
But why isn't he playing? That's what I'm saying. Like right now, that's what I'm talking about. His knee's messed up, or else he'd be playing.
Yeah, LeBron's on some other stuff, man. Yeah, $1 million in my body. Yeah, undetectable.
You mean that's not Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, it's right. You see the first thing happen, his hair start falling out.
No, I think he came home to Jesus now. He shaved that stuff off. He's good.
But now they put the tattoos in their head. A lot of these guys got a tattoo on their head.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, where it looks like, man, you're like, how low is their hair? But then it looks like they got a line.
Yes.
It's a tattoo. Man, I got to put you up on all the game.
I'm not going to worry about that stuff, thank God. No, but I think
because you was born with the state trooper hairline. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it works.
The buzz, like your hair is perfect. Your head is perfect for like a buzz.
I got to get a haircut today too. Like my guy's going on vacation.
Like old school Nick Wright.
No, not like that.
You ever thought you ever grew it out and had it hanging like Bill Yates?
I used to back in the day.
You thought you'd been sexy.
High school years. Back then. LeBron's gone though. I think he's not playing with the Lakers anymore. This is last year.
Go come to the Knicks if y'all can't get Giannis? You don't want him?
No.
He put up 31 yesterday.
I don't care.
13 of 15.
That ship has sailed.
13 of 15.
That ship has sailed.
13. This is be equivalent to us watching like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight. We've been waiting for it for so long. Just get it.
You're bringing up Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. That's like the thing you said with your grandfather and your grandmother. It's like old. It's like, I really need to see that.
But as long as I'm saying two old people equally old, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Two people in like a wheelchair fight.
They're equally yoked.
Unbelievable, man. All right, 800-919-3776. We'll get back to the phones. It's Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York.
Fifth-seeded St. John's kicks off their March Madness tournament in San Diego against 12th-seeded Northern Iowa. Coverage begins Friday at 7 on 1050 ESPN.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person, and at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
This college basketball tournament moment is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy.
In the 2019 NCAA tournament, 12-seeded Murray State was led by projected lottery pick John Morant. In the opening round against 5th-seeded Marquette, Morant put up a rare triple-double, scoring 17 points, 16 assists, and 11 rebounds.
Obviously, I wouldn't be able to get the triple-double without my teammates making shots.
He followed that with 28 points against 4th-seeded Florida State.
Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Clinton Yates here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast. Others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats, looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
That pallet of pavers collecting dust? The beginnings of a garden? Those stray fence posts? Are you haunted by half-finished projects on your land? John Deere is here to say, not anymore. Our compact tractors allow you to swap implements easily, and they're backed by the nation's largest dealer network. You always had the right idea, and with the right tools, those projects can get finished for good. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/compact tractors.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Tom is very environmentally efficient. Let's put it that way. And I'm not used to that. Because he gives you the piece of paper with the reads and stuff like that.
The double print. The double-sided.
The double-sided. And I never expect the double-sided. So, like, there's just these two little things on here. And so I said at the time, I said, this is all we got? And then Ray's like, no, there's another side to it. And I flip it around, and boom, there's all this other extra stuff.
That's efficient, man.
Very. Well, saving trees.
The analytics, right? I'm sure if they did the analytics on that, and they was like, hey, we can save over the course of 10 years, we can save $1,863.
The third row of cubicles outside in the office, that's the printing analytics department. That's where they sit. So they were the ones that crunched all the numbers and said, if you print double-sided, you're going to save a lot more paper.
Yeah, I don't want to start a narrative, but actually, you know what? Dave Rothenberg started a narrative. He called me a tree killer like 3 weeks ago when I was filling in on the show.
Do you consider yourself to be a tree killer?
No, of course not. But apparently the reads were too spaced out for Dave's liking, and apparently I didn't double-side the pages. Thus, I ended up using like another page or two of paper.
So it was spaced out like my book reports.
Yes.
Courier New.
Big font. Eats up as much space as possible. We all been there.
Double spacing.
We've all been there.
We all get the title that we make it three levels.
Change the size of all the periods so that way.
You put the of in the middle. Yeah. The Adventures of Bart Scott.
Isn't it amazing? We all knew the same tricks. Courier New, same thing. Eats up the most space.
These kids nowadays, they just say, ChatGPT, write me a paper.
ChatGPT, copy, paste, and there's my paper. I don't know what the kind of
so much easier to cheat now with these kids. These kids don't have the, you remember how we used to have these systems where we had to sit at the angle, you know what I'm saying? And
it's not even, it's not cheating.
And you look over the paper. I'm talking with the Scantron.
Oh, the Scantron.
Now you're just hitting it, and I'm sure it probably disappears. The test disappears. The question comes up, and it disappears. Remember, you used to be sitting at a corner at an angle, trying to look at somebody's paper, knowing you ain't study. He know you looking at his paper, so he cover it up.
Well, no, and they used to do too. Where in some classes that I had, they would give the professors, teachers, whatever, would give out multiple versions of the same test.
Yeah.
So, like the person sitting next to you, they would have different questions than you. So the answers that they're marking down on the Scantron are different than yours. So if you did look over, you know what I mean? Like you weren't answering the same questions anyways.
I was so stereotypical. Like me being in Detroit, never kind of like we had one white kid in our class the entire time in my school. Right, had that.
Do you have a good relationship with them or no?
It was fine, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, white boy Doug. He was a swimmer. He had like some Daytons. I remember one year he worked all year to put some Daytons on his I think he had a Cutlass, like a 82 Cutlass or something, put the Daytons on it. They robbed his ass. I mean, he worked hard. He worked all summer to save for those rims. Somebody robbed and took the rims just like that.
Here's my thing with rims real quick, and I'll let you tell your story. Like I never understood like the need for them, only because like
it's a cultural thing.
I know it's a cultural thing, but like think about it. The rims, when you're driving, can you see them? When you're in the car, can you see them?
Well, can you see the outside of your car?
No, but that's what I mean. I'm not gonna waste money on something that I can't even see.
You see it when you wash it. You see it when you coming in, you getting in your car.
The gleam.
But when you see your car when you coming out, like, man, look at my rod. Because this is the thing. It's like it's a form of expression, right? Especially when you have an older car, or you get a newer car that's highly customizable. Like you see people with Broncos. Like, do you put the run lights? Do you put the grill in front?
Right.
Do you put the lift kit in it? Do you put the monster tires on it? Like, that's what it is. And you'll be amazed. It's like a competition because when you see somebody have your car, but they did a better job in putting theirs together than you feel like, dang, man, why I ain't think of that? Or let me try and do it, especially when you're young. You know, it's a competition.
Of course.
But with all things, we do for women. Like, I tell people, if I went to all-male school, all-boys school, I don't even know if I'd have washed my ass. I mean, my mom would have made me wash my ass. I would have wore the same thing to school every day.
There wouldn't have been like a personal hygiene issue maybe that you realized, like I should wash
my what I mean is
soap up a little bit?
What I mean is I would have wore the same, like I was the type of dude in school. I don't know how you were in high school and college. Every day I came with my iron clothes, pressed clothes, like in a new outfit every day. Like always had like nice clothes on, even going to class. They're like, what are you doing, man? Why are you walking all the way down with a Coogee sweater? A $300 at that time was a lot of money.
Right.
A $400 sweater, and you're going to sit in a desk. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, man, like I'm always presentable.
It should be.
But, I had teammates, man, they wore the same football jogging suit and flip-flops to class every day. Every day. So what was up with?
So Doug. It was Doug. And he got
so
his,
Doug, so I get to college, and I never been around anybody else. And we had these stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this race, everybody's smart. That race, everybody's smart. So, like, I had to cheat. So I picked strategically, a race that I thought was synonymous with, like, excellence. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is there a list that they give you when you walk into the class? Like, these are the people that are smart. These are the people that are this. Like, so you at least know,
Well, you just assume.
What you should cherry pick?
No, listen, when you don't have exposure to people, you assume. And you go with the stereotypes. And it's like, okay, like we always thought that, all Asian students was really smart, right? That's just like, they come over here from China. They're very smart. They're held to a high standard culturally. Like, and you think about Africans, too, that come over and get the opportunity. Like, man, their parents are strict. They grew up traditional. Education is important. If they're not a doctor or a lawyer, their family disown them. They pissed off and stuff like that. Worst grade I ever got in my life. Worst grade I've ever got in my life.
Was?
Cheating off the Asian kid.
Well, how did you know you cheated properly, though?
Oh, no, I cheated properly.
You sure?
Yes.
Every single thing?
We were
Scantron?
Yes.
Well, what if it was a situation like I told you? What if it was a different test?
It was not.
It wasn't. What was you remember the class?
Could have been geology or something like that.
Like rocks?
Yeah, something like that. But it was stadium seating, set at the right angle, you know what I mean, because the seats are offset.
Now, what was your angle? What was your go-to angle? Did you go like lower right, lower left?
I was high. No, I was elevated right.
You were all right. So you were elevated right, which means you were looking down
to my left. Yes, okay. Yes, because I'm right-handed. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm looking there, I'm looking over myself. You know what I'm saying? Over my righty hand. See, when I'm here, I don't have my righty hand there.
So you're here like this, and
I'm damn near touching it. I could breathe. I could have breathed on the back of his head.
So he was sitting one row below you.
To my left.
One seat over to the left.
Yes.
Not directly below you.
Remember, because the rows are offset.
Yes.
So that you don't block a student from just trying to see the instructor.
So you had a bird's eye view, and you bombed the test.
Bro, I could have reached down.
Yeah.
And filled in his Scantron.
You guys did it for him.
Yes. I could have did it for him because I needed him. But he could have said B.
What was his grade?
I didn't check that.
So you got a bad grade, but you don't know if he did?
Yeah.
If you cheated right off his test and you looked at it, then he might have bombed it too, no?
Yes.
Oh, he did.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you don't assume.
But did you know him?
No.
That's why you don't assume.
I see him in class every day.
That's a stereotype.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't that what I started?
Yes,
False
but
stereotype.
I thought, come on.
You think you go get an African or you get an Asian guy, you good. Like white guys are 50-50. You know what I'm saying? They could be like some of the dumbest.
You get some burnout. You never know what you're doing. Yeah.
Some of my teammates, see, because I had exposure to them, I never played with an Asian player, so I didn't really get the tea. Some of my white guys, I realized they dumb as hell. Like Frick the Brick, straight Rory.
Who's that?
That was his name.
These are college guys?
Yeah, okay. Frick the Brick.
Frick the Brick.
Right. He was an offensive lineman. His dad bribed him to stay on the team. Bought him a Firebird. He's about to quit.
Just to play football?
Yes. Bought him a Firebird. Remember back in the day you had the Trans Ams and the Firebird was that new weird shape?
And he didn't want to play football.
Well, he played when he got him the Firebird.
Oh, my God.
And he quit later. Like, Frick the Brick was so roided out.
Like the dude in the program.
Yeah. No, but he's a lineman. Offensive tackle. Frick the Brick used to curl 225.
That's a great question, Ray points out. Why was he taking steroids if he didn't want to play?
Because when he wanted to play, he didn't want to get his ass weak.
So basically, like he just
lack of talent.
Lack of talent. So I got the Firebird. I got to stay on the team.
He was a starter. Frick, he was. Listen, do you understand what I'm saying? This dude curled 225. We talk about how many people bench 225. Frick the Brick curled 225. Straight meathead. It's no way in hell. If he gave me instructions to Walmart, I wouldn't listen to him. So I knew that, hey, you playing yourself when you cheating off white people. You know what I'm saying? Because I had exposure to them. I was like, nah, man. So I went with the Asian, worst grade I ever got in my life. Who knew that all races got dumb people? Equality.
That's a lesson to be learned by everybody. That's
correct.
That's the public service announcement today.
Don't pay attention to stereotypes.
Don't pay attention to stereotypes.
That black guy like Jaylen Brown, that walks around. He got the big hair. He had the high top fade. Jaylen Brown, one of the smartest people in the world for the Celtics. But when you see the high top that he had and the big beard, you would think, hey, man, I don't know. This
But Jaylen Brown's a smart dude. He went to Cal.
That's what I'm saying.
But you should know that. Everybody should know that.
No. I'm talking about when you're in Cal. It's a lot of guys at these Ivy League schools that's there on a scholarship. Like, I know some of the dumbest people I know play for Stanford.
Scholarships.
Huh?
Ivy League schools don't do scholarships.
Yes, they do.
No, not for athletics.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
I had a scholarship to Stanford. What are you talking about?
Stanford's not an Ivy League school. It's a Pac-12 school. Well, it was a Pac-12 school. Now it's in the ACC.
Whoa.
It's good academically. It's not an Ivy League school, dude. Come on.
That's not Ivy League?
No, Ivy League is on the East Coast. There's like 8 schools.
Not the league. Okay. You know what I mean.
Stanford and Cal Berkeley, they're good academic schools. They're not Ivy League schools.
I thought they were on the same level.
Mm-mm.
If you tell somebody you got a degree from Stanford, ain't that equivalent to saying I got a degree from Harvard?
No, I wouldn't say that's even close.
Are you crazy?
Stanford's a good school, but it's not
like
Ivy
Harvard.
League.
It's not like Harvard's MIT or something like that.
But it's geographic. It's on the East Coast.
Yeah, but what I'm
Harvard,
saying,
Cornell, Penn, Princeton, Yale, Columbia, Dartmouth, Brown. Those are the Ivy League schools.
So you mean to tell me Stanford, a degree from Stanford don't carry the same weight as from Dartmouth?
I mean, it's splitting hairs. It's like, it's not that big of a difference. It's still, it's not like anything you're going to apologize for.
Stanford is like known as one of the best
It's very good.
academic schools.
But you said Ivy League. It's not an Ivy League. That's what we're saying.
Ivy League caliber. Anyway, what I'm saying is all races got dumb people.
There you go. So
don't assume.
All colors of the rainbow.
You
know what?
And it took me to go to college. It took me to college to test out the stereotypes to realize that a lot of them are wrong.
This is a life lesson today. See,
really was.
This is what you tuned in for.
Worst grade of my damn life.
You know what? And that's and lesson to be learned. Anybody?
We got to go to break, man. It's 11:01. I didn't even realize. My bad, Ray Dizzle.
For a geology class. All right, 800-919-3776, and we even have more of a Cade Cunningham update. We'll get you that when we return. It's Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Gold is now nearly $5,200 an ounce, and silver is at an all-time high. Now is the best time to cash in on your unused gold and silver by going to the Estates Roadshow. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 3 locations this week: Staten Island as well as Clark and Old Bridge, New Jersey. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Clark, New Jersey at the Holiday Inn, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South. Get some cash in your hands today at the Estates Roadshow. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
If you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Right now, beef tenderloin is only $10 a pound, and Atlantic salmon portions are just $9.98 a pound. That's serious value on awesome quality cuts. Plus, Wild Fork offers over 450 meat and seafood options, all blast frozen to lock in freshness and flavor. Visit one of their 7 stores across Long Island and New Jersey, or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All right, hour 2, we're rolling along on this Thursday. March Madness in full bloom. Dan and Bart here on ESPN New York. 800-919-3776. Real quick, an update from the Detroit Pistons. Straight from the source on Cade Cunningham. After further testing, Pistons guard Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a left lung pneumothorax. You hate those pneumothoraxes, right? Cunningham exited Tuesday's game versus the Wizards in the first quarter. He will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. So it doesn't mean he's coming back in 2 weeks, but he will be reevaluated. So it'll be a minimum of 2 weeks. So there you go. Doesn't sound like it's,
serious at all.
Not fatal. Let's put it that way. He'll be back.
Knicks fans, you're going to have to earn it.
Going to have to earn it. ESPN New York is teaming up with Calandra's Bakery to give away a pair of tickets to see the Knicks take on Charlotte on Sunday, April the 12th. Now, that is a good little prize. Think about it. There may not be a team any hotter than the Charlotte Hornets since the calendar flipped to 2026.
Who said that a month ago? Everybody laughed at me.
But that's a good deal if you get tickets to that game now.
Yes.
Charlotte's no pushover.
They're exciting, man. Like, with that starting lineup that they have, I think they've only lost 5 games with the starting lineup. All healthy on the court together.
It's the most exciting version of the Hornets since you had LJ, Lonzo Mourning, and Muggsy Bogues. How about that?
You know what's funny? But I forgot, and not to cut you off, I'm sorry. That's okay. I was watching a highlight, and I had forgot that how Mourning and LJ were on the same team, Grandmama and all that stuff. And then I fast forward to when they were in the Heat in the Knicks, and they throwing blows at each other.
Haymakers.
Y'all supposed to be boys.
That Charlotte team, if you go back to those days, like I think they won a round. Like that was their,
Dale Curry too.
Dale Curry was on the team. They won one playoff series as a group, and then they all kind of remember that Eastern Conference. Then, bro, you had Jordan and the Bulls.
And they were young, man.
They were young. The Knicks teams, and I always say some of the most underrated teams of those days that always got blocked because of the Bulls and everything were Cleveland. When you had Mark Price and Brad Daugherty and Larry Nance and when Lenny Wilkins coached those teams, those dudes would be like the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference every year. They'd win 50-something games. They'd be good teams, but they could never get to the top of the mountain. Because
the Hawks was like that with Dominique, too,
Dominique
and Doc Rivers.
was there. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis. Remember that?
Man, Kevin Willis. Listen.
Kevin Willis was
looks
so damn house.
He looks so damn strong. I think he's from Detroit too, man. Like Detroit got something you'd be surprised. Like Steve, Detroit, this is how I want to try and explain to people what Detroit is about. The toughness and stuff. Everybody knows people from Detroit. If you know somebody from Detroit, you know they might be one of the coolest people that you've ever been around.
Right.
But Detroit is a place that embraces you being different, meaning that your size doesn't dictate what you do and what the limitations are on you. Jerome Bettis anywhere else would have been a nose tackle. You know what I'm saying? But in Detroit, they let him carry the ball. Steve Smith would have been a power forward. 6'8". He would have been a power forward. Magic Johnson would have been a power forward at 6'9". Jalen Rose would have been a power forward at 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Detroit is that type of place where you can be whatever you want to be, and nobody's gonna tell you can't. But you just got to prove that you can do it.
Where was Frick the Brick from?
Illinois, somewhere.
Illinois. He wasn't from Detroit. He wasn't a Detroit guy.
Frick the Brick probably laid up on some testosterone pills right now.
Some cornflakes and testosterone pills. Nothing like it. By the way, that whole Knicks Charlotte Hornets tickets, April 12th, easy to enter. Just stop by Calandra's Bakery at 234 Bloomfield Avenue in Caldwell, New Jersey, before April the 7th to enter in person. It's brought to you by Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, home of fresh bread, classic Italian pastries, and traditions baked daily. Last night, they had the outstanding watch party at Calandra's, and you were talking about it. You were there. You did a thing there once.
Yeah, well, I was first.
You were first. You were the tone setter.
Yes.
I might even be getting involved with some stuff about that later in the summer. We might do some stuff I heard about. No, I don't want to say anything, but there could be some stuff down the road.
I missed the meeting?
Yeah. No, it wasn't really a meeting. It was just kind of like a...
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. When I was saying all that good stuff, too, about people that was too big, I apologize. George Gervin.
The Iceman.
Detroit guy, man.
The Iceman.
You'd be surprised how much influence we got around this world.
I remember George Gervin. Check this out. Like, back in the day, like George Gervin had a younger brother who played in the league.
Oh, that hurts.
Derek Gervin was his name. And the reason I know this is
Scrub
because
Gerv?
He was on the crappy, like, red, white, and blue Nets, the Jersey Nets in, like, late 80s or even before, like, Derek Coleman got there. So like, late 80s. Oh, yeah, much younger. But, like, I'm thinking, hey, Gervin, the name, apple don't fall far from the tree. So anyway, they were so bad. But they brought this dude off the bench, and, like, on a bad team like that, he was, like, instant offense. Like, your dude could shoot, I'm telling you.
Like the microwave?
Like the microwave. He was some skinny dude, but he got some...
Tell me this. Who is the best brother out there? Because Robin Lopez sucks, right? The Nasties, all three of them suck. Bronny sucks.
Damn. That's...
You see what I'm saying?
Wait, so, well, Bronny's a son.
Same difference. Like what?
Father, son versus brother?
Whatever. No, I'm throwing him into the brother, like offspring. Who's the twin? Who's the Collins twins? Both of them was just meh,
Yeah.
right? So we got them, the O'Bannon brothers.
Ugh. I thought Ed O'Bannon was going to be the missing piece for those Nets teams.
Yeah,
when they drafted him. He was a bust.
We got the balls, right? Yeah, thanks, Tom. We got the Ball family.
Right, the balls.
The youngest brother was the best, but like
you mean to tell me there's no other like brothers in the NBA
that's both like equally like the same? We got the Morris twins,
the Currys.
But Steph is he can't even get his brother on the team. He can't even get it. That's what let you know Giannis is more respected than Steph because he can get the Nasses on the team.
That's what I'm saying. Seth is the Nasses.
Seth is all over the place. You got the Morris twins.
I got you. Let's check it out.
Yeah, the Thompsons. You got the Morris twins. Like, who is the best brother? Like, they both like, they got that work. The Thompson twins, Azur and the one in Houston is better, right? Yeah.
What about Azur?
Yeah, the Holiday brothers.
Remember the Barrys? John Barry, Bones
and Rick
Barry.
Yeah. Won the dunk contest.
Rick was the father.
Right, won the dunk contest, baby. But they weren't like none of them was good. Like I'm talking about both of them are all stars. Like both of them, like they the highest paid player coming out. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I got you. How do we miss? This is probably going to be the one. The Gasols. Dude, Pau Gasol and Marc Gasol were both all stars. Marc Gasol was like defensive player of the year. It's got to be them.
Yeah, you talking about when fat Marc Gasol and Paul?
Marc Gasol when he was on Memphis.
He was
good, dude.
He was.
Dude, he was a defensive player of the year like twice. He was an all-star.
Yeah, but that's not
Harvey and Horace Grant.
Harvey was sucked.
I know Harvey wasn't good, but Horace Grant was good. No, not those dudes.
Harvey, look, you they were so bad you didn't even mention their name.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of them is not even worth it.
Like, does the Boozer twins do they stand a chance? When they come in to maybe do
Cam's a lot better.
See, it's always one brother that's way better.
I still wouldn't put these guys at the Gasols, but Albert and Bernard King. I mean, Bernard King, despite the injuries, was like elite.
Bro, this is the first time I ever heard of Albert King.
Albert King played for the Nets. He was
that tells you
he went to Maryland, bro. Come on, show some respect.
That tells us everything. I ain't never even heard of. I work here for a living. I ain't never even heard of Albert King.
Dude, because he played in the 80s.
So?
I'm telling you. I'm getting down here. What about Bud and Ralph Ogden? I just like the name. So I'll throw that out.
Bro, I told you how Jonathan Ogden brother was.
Jonathan Ogden had a brother?
See? His brother looked like Danny DeVito, and he was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was like twins?
Yes.
That's impossible.
Bro, okay. Jonathan Ogden went to UCLA. You know where his brother went?
No.
Howard. Jonathan Ogden, 6'9", 340. You know how big his brother is? 6'2",
Howard's just in the NCAA tournament.
Bad body, too. Marcus Ogden bumps out. I mean, that just let me know how great J.O. was. They wanted J.O. to be happy. They brought his brother into Baltimore.
Chuck and Wesley Person?
Ooh, that could be it. No.
The Gasols are better.
Nah.
Come on.
No,
dude.
baby. That could be it.
No.
Chuck and Wesley, that could be it, man.
Wesley never came close. Wesley might have bought a ticket for an All-Star game. He didn't go to any.
Listen, but everybody, we was at the point where they were sending every European to the All-Star game. They were trying to get that global recognition.
The Thompson twins aren't there yet, obviously. Are they twins or are they brothers? Just brothers.
They twins.
Amen. And so they're not there yet. They still got some work to do. You're not going to Franz and Moritz Wagner, not them. Oh, these guys weren't bad, but pound for pound, I don't think that they were the Gasols. Dominique and Gerald Wilkins.
Gerald was a Knick.
Right.
So right now we had the power ranking. We're going to Gasols. Then we're going the Percys, the Persons.
Pau Gasol's in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
But that's the basketball. That's because in Spain they just put everybody there.
He was a 6-time All-Star.
No, Paul was a beast.
Yeah, Paul was.
But so was Dominique Wilkins.
Marc Gasol Marc Gasol was 2-time All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time All. Yeah, it's the Gasols. The Gasols.
What about Gerald Wilkins and Dominique?
I mean, Dominique was great. You know that.
But
people.
But how was Gerald?
People in Atlanta to this day still, that's one of the most gutting sports moments ever that they talk about. Like when Dominique Wilkins got traded from the Hawks. They still can't believe it happened. Gerald had his moments, but Pat Riley got rid of him. He was okay. I mean, with the Knicks, he played 7 years with the Knicks. He averaged about 15 points a game.
Does the Morris twins catch the top 5?
Maybe. Let me see how many All-Stars that Chuck Person made.
Why you hating on Chuck Person, man? Seattle Supersonics, right?
He was Rookie of the Year. No, Chuck Person, Indiana. Came in with Indiana.
One of them didn't play for Seattle?
No. No, Chuck was Indiana, Minnesota, then he went to San Antonio. Oh, no, his last year he was with Seattle. He played 30 games. But that was when, by the way, Seattle might be coming back into the league.
That's one of the best fan bases in all the sports.
They need to get those guys
Do you go
back
Seattle
in
or
the NBA.
do you go Vegas?
They might do both. If you give me one, I think you know where they're going to go if they only pick one.
Give me Seattle. Seattle's fan base, you get a whole region up there.
Let's go back to the phones. Let's say hi to Lang in Connecticut, who is up next here on ESPN New York. What's up, Lang? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not doing too well.
Why?
About 40 minutes ago or so, you had a caller who made a pretty outlandish statement. In fact, it was so outlandish that Bart did not even entertain it. However, I did, and I had to leave work, not to get dramatic, but I just couldn't function. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. You've heard from me before. I bleed orange and blue. But the Knicks fans, I mean, every human has a short memory. The Knicks fans have a even greater or shorter memory. Cade Cunningham trounced up and down the Garden floor just over a month ago. He made shot after shot after shot. The Knicks, Sohan, who's our supposedly enforcer, tried to embrace him coming up the floor, and Cade just looked at him dead in the eye and just gave it,
pushed him. He pushed him.
Had a few choice words. So for that caller to say
Sohan's the enforcer.
We want to get
Barely
the Pistons. Right. Well, you want to get the Pistons when they're fully healthy? That's just delusional.
Just take
your
win.
We don't want any part of the Pistons. Right. Now, I did want to ask you a quick question. If the Pistons, I mean, Jenkins is pretty good, right? And he plays his best ball in March. But if the Pistons do a nosedive here, and of course the Celtics, who knows, they're pretty hot. Maybe they'll finish with the top seed. But is there any chance, given the strength of schedule, the Knicks have a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way, assuming they don't rest their players, that the Knicks can come out on top and finish first?
No, I can't see that
Boston's
happening.
playing too well. But let's just say the Pistons free fall. and then they just flip-flop with the Knicks. They still got to see him in the second round, and Cade should be back.
Right.
So it don't matter. It don't matter how I get it. You still gonna get it, whether you get it because you move up and they move down, or that just means that you get Game 7 in the Garden, and that means that Spike's gonna cry in the Garden.
I want no part of the Pistons. The fans out there that say that we want to get the Pistons when they're at their best, they're absolutely delusional, and they give us a bad name. The Knicks haven't achieved anything. They won the Saudi Emirates Cup, and all of a sudden these fans out there think that we're, destined for greatness. It's really ridiculous.
Where are you? Where are you on Bridges? Because Bridges, I think right now, it used to be Cat. It's the most polarizing Knick because I think people are starting to say, we've been looking at Cat and criticizing him. We should have had our attention on Bridges.
Yeah, but at this point, it is what he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you stuck with him, and you look what you gave up for him.
I didn't give up
anything. What do you mean?
It
is what it is.
It is what it is. Meaning, I don't think it's going to get any better.
But the way you playing him, you paying him, and the way he playing, you're gonna get 10 cents on the dollar for him.
So you want him out on the floor in the fourth quarter in those crunch time moments when other guys might be more equipped at helping you win games?
You're gonna say, hey, last year he was able to turn on a switch, so this year we paying him too much money. Like
defensively, he helped them win some games last year in the playoffs. The problem with Bridges is this: he's just miscast with this team. You know what I mean? Like his skill sets, everything that he's good for, it kind of falls by the wayside with this team. He's not going to create offense. There's only one ball. You've got a ball-dominant point guard. You got Cat, who's going to need his touches, right? And then what about the other guys? And he just kind of is just there in a weird way. You know what I mean? And obviously, that's not somebody you give up 5 first-round picks for. You giving up 5 first-round picks for what essence amounts to a role player? Because that's what he is on this team, man. He's a role player.
Yeah, I mean, you gave up all that equity, all that draft capital, only to get a guy that's the 4th best on your team. He's the 4th best. You expect him to be the 4th best because he's definitely behind OG.
And think about it. He's not even on the court in crunch time in the fourth quarter. He's getting benched. He's playing 21 minutes a night sometimes. And this is with Deuce still injured. What happens when he comes back and then you're in the playoffs, and what if he's getting those minutes in the fourth quarter? Which could happen. That's another guy that you leapfrog over him. Here's the strength of schedule based on percentage, like winning percentage with the remaining opponents and stuff like that. The Knicks have the 8th easiest remaining schedule. Detroit is at 15, so that's like right in the middle, basically. Celtics have the 7th most difficult remaining schedule out of the 3 teams. So the Celtics, like their hard games, if you will, Oklahoma City, Knicks, Minnesota, Toronto, Orlando, Miami.
The reality is the Knicks don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
It's a failure.
Mm-hmm. And Tibbs' apology. And you have to make a move for Brunson. I mean, you have to make a move for Giannis. And that thing's getting crazy. They want to shut him down because they don't want to get him hurt. And he wants to play this thing out. They saying, hey, we want to make sure that we get the best pick that we can get.
You know what that is, right? It's Max Crosby all over again.
Yeah.
He wanted to play. Remember? He wanted to play.
Yeah, but Max Crosby can't veto it. He ain't had that type of power. Giannis is the best player on a championship team, right? So he had more pull than what Crosby had.
Did you hear Max Crosby on his podcast thing, detail the whole thing, what happened when he went to Baltimore?
I know he said he was there 5 hours, right?
5 hours. They didn't even fly him out private. They flew him to D.C., which was 2 hours from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. They ain't flying him to BWI?
2 hours.
Did they put him on a cellar train?
He said he never even saw DaCosta while he was there. And he's like, what?
Say saw him in 5 hours. 5 hours.
What's going on? You know what I mean? Something's up. So you do that to a dude who's on the practice squad. You don't do that to a freaking all-pro that you trade for.
So he knew the fix was in.
That's messed up. It really and truly is. All right, quick timeout, 800-919-3776. We got to get into football matters, more of your calls as well. Dan and Bart, we roll till 1 on this Thursday here on ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Nobody comes through 100% of the time. The greatest players in the world, the best basketball player in the world, misses a shot with the game on the line. The greatest quarterback makes a bad throw. And baseball is the one sport where failure is done more than success. You gotta stop. I'm going to tell this one little thing to Yankee fans. If you don't like Aaron Judge, then you're really not a fan. You're kind of a jerk.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You don't just ski, you dominate. You don't just ride, you conquer. At Killington, the Beast of the East, we fuel your adventure and ignite big mountain dreams. Be the Beast. Experience Killington, an Icon Pass destination.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Score up to a $50 bonus bet daily during March matchups with BetMGM's free-to-play fast break game. Log in to BetMGM, play as the point guard, and choose to pass or go for a dunk. If you score, you'll win either a $50 bonus bet or boost token. The ball is always in your court with BetMGM, where you can take advantage of special offers and earn rewards points on every bet. Make a fast break during March matchups by playing as the point guard for your daily shot at a $50 bonus bet or boost token. BetMGM.com is where you can find full prize details and terms. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. All rewards expire in 24 hours.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law, Bite Back.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 35% off paints and stains March 13th through the 23rd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
All right, it's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Yankees have a split squad doubleheader at 1:05. They take on the Orioles. 1:07, they'll face the Blue Jays. 6:05 p.m., Mets go up against the Astros. I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you do. This time next week, opening day. Opening day. This time next week, the Yankees will already have played a game because they open Wednesday night against the Giants, and then Thursday, everybody else. Mets will be opening up that day as well. 7 o'clock tonight, Rangers travel to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Coverage beginning on 880 ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app starting at 6:30 tonight. And the Isles are up in Canada facing the Senators. And that's Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey. During today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. 800-919-3776. We still got our duel at high noon coming up. We'll do sideline to sideline a little bit later on as well. Let's say hi to Gilberto in the truck, who's up next here on ESPN New York. What's up, Gilberto? How are you?
Got to turn your radio down, bro. We get some feedback.
Yo, what's up, Bart? What's up, G?
What's up, Gilberto?
Yo, guys, man. Yo, you touched on something earlier about education and all of that.
Yep.
It was a shame. I was talking to an Army recruiter friend of mine that tells me that the high schoolers of today that graduate from high school and want to enter the Army
the services.
Armed services, they can't even pass a 9th grade test that's given as an entry exam into the services.
It's because we made everything easier, and like these guys got so much access. They have so much access to information that they just grab the information enough to do what they need to do, the task they need to do, write the paper they need to write. But it's a difference, like the spiral
That's
way.
the drawback of the internet and the technology.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the drawback. Like when I got my degree in economics, right? But when we had to take statistics, we had to learn how to do it by hand first. And then the next study is you had to do it on a computer or with the calculator. You couldn't use a calculator at first. So what happens is they learn the what, not the why, and they don't learn problem solving, because usually you should be able to, as a person, you should be able to look at an example of something and see how they got to the answer, and then get something totally like it and be able to figure it out, because it's about being able to figure things out. It's not about memorization and being able to regurgitate things that you memorize.
Exactly. And then if you forget that memorization, you can't regurgitate it anymore.
Exactly.
But that's neither here nor there, man. They got it. This what happened with the COVID thing, man, was a tragedy that has tentacles reaching beyond things that we could not even possibly imagine.
Because they just passed kids. They just passed kids.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to your boy, man. I felt real bad when I heard Cade Cunningham had pneumothorax. That was a nice pronunciation by you, Graffa.
No, Gilberto, I'm more impressed that you brought it out of your you-know-what. I read it. You just sat there and sped it back out of me.
I might be Puerto Rican, but one gift that we got a good way for pronunciation
words,
because we always
roll the R.
Too bad you can't roll an R in pneumothorax, though.
Yeah.
Pneumothorax.
Yeah, you did that pretty good. But that's a collapsed lung, Bart, man. Let me know what you think about that. I don't even want to come at you, because you know the Knicks fans are going to come at you now, because they're going to say, Bart, remember, we told you injuries is part of the game. That's what you said. So they repeated what you said. So now they're going to regurgitate what you said to them.
It's only 2
and
weeks.
Say, what up now?
It's only 2 weeks.
Your boy's going to be out for more than 2 or 3 months.
No, 2-3 weeks.
He's reevaluated in 2 weeks,
Yeah,
which means
he'll be back in 12 days, I think. You know,
Yo, do you think it's anything close to what happened to Watts? Let me know. I'll let you guys go because you got more calls.
And Gilberto, the reason why Dan knows how to say thorax is because he saw the Dr. Seuss movie in the movie theaters. He got young kids.
Which one?
What you mean, thorax?
Lorax?
Close enough. Lorax, thorax. Teach us how to say it. You know when you hear words that's close to it? Lorax, Clorax,
sure.
Thorax. Gave you the pronunciation, the rhythm of it.
Is that one of the off-color bleaches? Clorax? What's?
Yeah, Clorax. Yeah, exactly.
The Clorax wipes.
Clorax bleach.
Clorax wipes. Keeps you clean.
The other whitener.
Let's say hi to, it's our good buddy Black Kev up next here on ESPN New York. What's up, Kev?
What's going on, fellas? You did not just call it the he called it the thorax? You gotta be kidding me, Bart.
I guess.
Yeah. Close enough. You know how it is. You know hooked on phonics. You do the rhyming words that rhyme with each other.
Hey, Kev, he just told you he's got an economics degree, not the other degree. He's all about the numbers.
Yeah.
Well, I had to know how to. I had to learn how to read to go to actually put my name on it.
That's true.
I had two. There's one thing about LeBron I was gonna ask you, but I'm gonna be quite frank with you. The homeboy Jose that called in earlier. No disrespect, Jose. That was a bad take. Let me tell you something. The one thing I'm all about is the path. The least resistance is where I want to go. So I'm sorry. As much as I love Cade Cunningham as a player, I'm sorry if he is any way compromised. I'm Gucci. That doesn't bother me. If we ever get to him again and I don't have to see him or he's at less than 100%, I'm cool. I'm not going to feel no particular way about he got to be 100%.
Yeah.
No, he don't.
Yeah, that's New England. Good. That's New England against Denver. Oh,
yeah.
No quarterback? Yeah, I'll take that.
Well, they don't have –
No, Kev, I was going to say, real quick, forget about who's in the lineup, who's not in the lineup. Eventually you're going to have to beat these guys if you want to get to where you're trying to get to. Either that or you better hope that somebody else is going to pick them off for you and do you the favor.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody could snipe her off the Detroit Pistons before we get to them, and at that point, pat that other team on the back, say thank you very much, and then we got to deal with the team that beat Detroit. So I'm good with that. But needless to say, let me ask you guys a question. I was going to call this some time ago because I had this thought in my mind when it pertains to LeBron James. You mean to tell me that let's just say the Knicks get bumped off and at some point and come next season, I legitimately could see, and I'm not a big LeBron James fan, but I could see myself agreeing and saying, you know what, I would take LeBron James on the Knicks for 1 or maybe 2 seasons, depending on how far it goes the following season. Just get rid of, listen, he is going to be that much of an upgrade to either Mikal Bridges, who y'all brought up, who I know I'm not getting into because Bart knows how I feel about that guy, and or Josh Hart. Any one of those two coming off the bench, LeBron James starting, and with the team that's currently put together right now, I'm telling you right now, I can work with that. What do you guys think?
But again, Kev, here's the problem, and thanks for the phone call. I don't know. Look, I haven't we been down this road before with LeBron? He's not coming here.
What, you going back to Cleveland? So y'all going to beat Cleveland in the playoffs, and LeBron going to get mad, come back and go on a Death Star tour against y'all.
But we're sitting here talking about the Knicks, and you talked about Bridges. There's only one basketball. There's not enough shots to go around. There's not enough this. And now you're going to bring in a guy like LeBron James, who you mean to tell me you think he doesn't need the ball in his hands at some point in time? Then what's the point of bringing him here?
Well, it allows you to, first of all, how much is he going to cost? Is he going to eat something? He's going to eat something.
And how many times has he said no to you?
Well, he may say yes. I mean, he went and accomplished everything that he needed to accomplish in L.A. as far as his movies and all his off-the-field stuff. Now he come over here and deal with the financial and stuff over here. Who knows? Maybe get a record label. Bad boys.
That's what I was going to say. What's the thing going to be called? The record company.
Batter Boys.
Oh, my gosh. No, but, if things don't go right this year, and you said not going to the conference finals, if they don't make the conference finals, that is a massive underachievement for this team. One of two things is going to happen. A, they're going to shake up the core of this roster, and I think we all kind of understand who's probably going to be on the way out. They're going to look to move. Or, which I don't think will happen, but you never know, they're going to move on from the head coach, and he's going to be a one and done.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who are they going to sign? They're going to bring Tibbs back?
No, they're not bringing him back. But here's what else. Remember about Mike Brown, though. They didn't fire Tibbs to hire Mike Brown. They fired Tibbs to try to hire Jason Kidd. Couldn't get him. Then there was 3 other guys they tried to get, and then they finally stumbled on Mike Brown. Right?
And whose fault was that?
That was an organizational thing.
No. Whose fault was that? Who do we think, from a player standpoint, who do we think got Tibbs fired?
Oh, whose blood is? You mean like whose hands the blood on? I don't know if it was a player's thing. I really think it was an organization thing.
I think this had a lot to do with Bridges and maybe Cat.
You can't.
And then those are the players that you want to get rid of. But Giannis, because you're like, I want to.
Let me tell you something.
The players were snitching, man.
Or they might have been snitching, and I'm sure that they voiced their frustrations in the meetings. But if you mean to tell me that you're going to fire a coach, a guy who helped put this organization back on the map and instill a culture, for a guy like Mikal Bridges, I mean,
he probably was trying to explain why he didn't have the season that they expected him to have.
And what's the excuse this year?
And they're in third place.
No, but I'm talking about the player, like you said, right? The player himself. I don't think that would be the case.
You heard Cat talking about, he don't know where he fits.
Cat's a difference. Right, Cat don't fit with Mike Brown. He can't fit. Cat was a better fit last year when they were playing, when they had Tibbs' system and what they were doing offensively with him. That's the funny thing about this. So I just think there were people in the front office that kind of wore thin on Tibbs after a while. Like they were out on him. And they kind of got talked off the ledge. They were winning games. They were going to the playoffs, this and that. But then it came to a point where it was just too much and the noise got too loud. And then the guy ultimately in charge said, all right, go ahead and make a move. Because ultimately he's going to have to sign off on paying a coach that's not coaching, right? When he's still got money on his contract, you got to pay him. Tibbs is living a good life this year. You know that? You see him traveling around, going to different practices, consulting, doing this.
We're probably going to see him doing the playoffs, right?
He might do some TV stuff, sure. Well, I mean, hell, there's like 19 networks that are streaming that air all these games, and one of them's got to find
NBC, Peacock.
I mean, I thought that Tibbs was freaking, when Derrick Rose, they retired his number in Chicago. Tibbs was there for like a week. Every time you put on something with the Bulls or Derrick Rose, like Tibbs was there.
It's a nice place to be.
Damn. And he'd probably foot the bill, too, with all the money the Knicks are paying him this year. Let's say hi to our friend Derek in Hillside, who's up next here on ESPN New York. Derek, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Dan? What's going on, Bart? How you doing today, guys?
Doing good, D. What's up?
Not much, man. Just going to chime in on the conversation y'all just was having about the Knicks, man. See, Dan, a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you it wasn't Carl's fault. It's really, I keep saying it, they made this coaching change, and it was the worst thing they could have done. And you got Mikal Bridges thinking he's actually an option. But Mikal, his position on the team should be very much the same position he had in Phoenix. You're the 3-and-D guy. You don't need the ball that much. The worst thing that happened to his career when he went to Brooklyn and all of a sudden he became an option. But, bro, you're not that. What you need to be for the Knicks is a 3-and-D guy. You barely playing defense. It's like they don't have guys in the position that they're supposed to have. Carl should be the bona fide number 2, and y'all treating him like he's the 4th option when he's the most accomplished player on that team.
Well, Derek, let me ask you a question real quick, and you're making good points. With Mikal Bridges going to Brooklyn, was it the worst thing for Mikal Bridges, or was that the worst thing, or was it the worst thing as far as how he was viewed by other teams' front offices? And I think you know which one I'm talking about.
You have a point right there. So it's not that you're wrong. My thing is I point more to the player because he's the one that's ultimately, like you just said, he's playing into what coaches he has now. You're not that player. You want more touches, but you're not that player no more, bro. Like, you got to understand, in the context of winning the championship, you got to be able to scale yourself back and understand what you got to do for that team to win a championship. You're not an option for this team to win a championship. You are a glue guy that's supposed to play defense, hit open shots, and that's all. All this, you trucking 17 shots a game is not helping the Knicks.
It's not helping the Knicks, but the other thing, Derek, thanks for the phone call. Here's the bottom line, too. If you're a 3-and-D guy, all right, and if you want to concentrate on playing defense, you can't play defense when you're sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter. And that's got no bearing, or it's not like Mikal Bridges is choosing not to be in the game. That's what they think of him. During crunch time, like he's not playing in the fourth quarter.
I mean, it's the results that he's been giving him. Because just think, he did that before I mean, before it was Clarkston that fell out of the rotation. And we applauded Mike Brown for having a big, robust rotation, keeping guys' minutes down, playing all-time low minutes. And now what happens is when you get to the playoffs, we know we got to shorten those rotations. And who's going to be the odd man out? Right now with what what's the name? The Venezuela
Jose Alvarado?
Yeah, Alvarado. You know, you got Alvarado who's showing he can close out games. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Can we get a replay of that at some point? Like, see, Bart can't shut up, by the way. Even during the commercials, he can't shut up talking about the World Baseball Classic. That's all he's talking about. Yeah. And so Venezuela was on his mind. That's why Jose Alvarado, we thought Venezuela. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, I was watching the Steve Weatherford thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like, you know, Alvarado, you got Alvarado, Venezuela, yeah. Oh, where's he from?
I think he's from New York.
No. But what is he?
His heritage, I think, is he Puerto Rican?
I don't know.
Stand by.
Is Alvarado, is that a Puerto Rican name?
I thought he's a Puerto Rican guy.
I know Colon. You know how long it took me for me to realize that Willie Colon was Puerto Rican?
Colon.
He looked black. That don't matter. Like, black people got all kind of last names.
He is Puerto Rican.
Black people got all kind of weird names because we were owned. So like we took the name of whoever owned us. So like,
yeah, but there's Hispanic people who have like dark. I mean, that's par for the course, right?
We all from the same place.
Doesn't matter. I mean, like, but I'm saying you have like dark. I mean, look at Juan Soto, Vlad Jr. Those dudes are dark.
No, I get that. No. But what I'm saying is Willie never heard him talk Spanish.
Oh, can he speak Spanish?
I don't know.
You never asked him if he speaks
Spanish? I know
Spanish?
Mark couldn't speak Spanish.
Mark who?
Sanchez.
Well, unfortunately, Mark could do other things, which is.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Willie. I never heard Willie. I literally thought Willie was just a straight up black dude. When I say black, I know Puerto Ricans are black and all that stuff. What I'm saying is, I didn't know his family was Puerto Rican with Puerto Rican traditions and all that stuff. You know what I mean? He like the dude in my hood with dreads.
Right. Even though his name is Cologne, like you didn't associate that.
I know a lot of people named Cologne.
Right.
Yeah, like black people got all kind of weird names.
Yeah. Next time I haven't talked to Willie in a while.
Mitchell Wilson, those aren't black names. What are we talking
Mitchell Wilson.
I mean, Johnson. You know what I mean? That's what. I bet Johnson probably Irish or something. Like, who knows with the origins of Johnson, Williams.
Shaquille O'Neal's Irish.
Is he?
I mean, his name's O'Neal. I don't know. You tell me.
But now you see what I'm saying? Like somebody see, O'Neal. If you don't say the Shaquille, because you know that's black. You know, black people gonna remix the hell of a name. DeJatre Quan. Like what? DeQuan. Jaywan. Like, yeah.
800-919-3776.
Can we check and see if Shaquille O'Neal is Irish?
Yeah, we're going to do was he
at the Shamrock? Was he at the Shamrock?
He was the Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, yeah. We'll do high noon. We got the sideline to sideline still to come as well. We haven't gotten to any football today either. It's Dan and Bart here on ESPN New York.
Fifth-seeded St. John's kicks off their March Madness tournament in San Diego against 12th-seeded Northern Iowa. Coverage begins Friday at 7 on 1050 ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
FanDuel is offering an early win on your pre-live moneyline bets for college basketball when your team goes up 10 points. And it stays a win no matter how the game ends. Do you get that? Win or lose, if your team takes a lead of 10 or more points, then it's a win for you. And don't forget, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Bet the bracket with FanDuel now. FanDuel is offering an early win on your pre-live moneyline bets for college basketball when your team goes up 10 points. And it stays a win no matter how the game ends. Do you get that? Win or lose, if your team takes a lead of 10 or more points, then it's a win for you. 21 and over in Fisley, Present, New York. Opt-in required. Tokens are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration, market requirements, max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Think great meat has to come with a high price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions just $9.98 a pound. That's awesome quality at a great value for your table. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 7 locations, or you can order online for same-day delivery. WildForkFoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat. Wild prices.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Dan and Bart, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. We got our high noon duel coming up at high noon. See? We put a lot of thought into this thing. Here's something I learned. This was literally like within the last 60 seconds. Do you know what a Sfinge is?
Is that something that you use to jack up your car when you get a flat tire?
Probably I would have been closer with that guess than what ultimately it ends up being. Because they sent out a nice email for all of us here at the office today. And that there's something called Sfinge, S-F-I-N-G-E, pastries that are in the kitchen right now with different fillings, cannoli or custard. So they're, some sort of but I've never heard referred to as Sfinge. Like, what type of information can we...
That might be the original name.
Here's Anthony Pusick, who's going to shed some light on
It's St. Joseph's Day. It's the pastry for St. Joseph's Day.
What the hell is St. Joseph's Day?
It's the day for St. Joseph.
But why is it on a Thursday?
How did he get a whole day?
It's this day. Every saint has a day, Bart.
Every saint has a day?
Yeah, but not everybody gets a pastry.
But we don't celebrate it, y'all.
But let me ask you a question. Why?
So if you're Irish,
is in like June or something.
No, he's Italian.
He's Italian, so do you get you get like Italians don't have to go to school?
No, they got
they have to go to school.
It's so funny.
No, it'd be great like if Italians like literally just didn't go. Yeah, no, they got off when they won the World Baseball Classic when they advanced to the semis. They got off.
Oh.
No, when they advanced to the semifinals,
they got cannoli,
cream,
and
to stay
custard.
home.
It's a simple Italian pastry. It's delicious.
No, but let me ask you a question. Why the pastry for for? I should have phrased that better, but like,
why the pastry?
Yeah.
Great question. Not sure, but they are delicious.
But what's Sfinge? Like,
That's
I've never
just
heard
the Italian
It's an Italian custard.
name for the pastry.
Like, is that an Italian word though? With the
Well, I'm assuming Sfinge is an Italian word. Or
Sfinge?
Sfinge.
Sfinge, not Sfinge.
Do we have any?
I can't believe you've never had them.
I've never had them. No.
Do we have any Italians that work here?
I mean, you're talking to one. You're looking.
Oh,
at
you're
one
Italian?
Part, yeah.
Ah, show your mutt. Do we have any purebred Italians here that can tell us the history of Sfinge?
From the motherland?
He gonna say that he's no.
Yeah, Joey.
Just not half.
Joey Gabagool's going to be here at 12:30, and then he'll pop into the studio.
Because if you were all about the Italian culture, then you would have known what the hell it was because you would have grew up practicing. So give me a practicing Italian that can give me the history of what a Sfinge is.
Give him a pop on the air. Where's the pastries from? It's this place in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Is it Panantico? Is that what it says in the email?
Where's this email that you're talking about?
If I got the email, you got the email. Tom's got the email.
He sent the email.
Never been, but they look fantastic.
What's the name of the bakery? You see that? Is it giving him a little pop on the air. Panantico? I know it's not a Calandra's, but...
Yeah, Panantico sounds right.
Panantico in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. So we got the Sfinge pastries. That's not your doesn't float your boat, though, right? You said?
No, I don't even know what it is. How can I float my boat if I don't even know what it is?
Did you get the email? Did you see it or no?
Do I get an email? You think I check my? I don't even have my
so
company
I'm
email.
Sitting here talking
you have a company email, bro? Oh my god!
I don't.
Oh my god!
I don't have a company email.
This dude got an AOL.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So does Kay.
But you on MySpace?
No.
This dude got an AOL, bro.
That's why I can't take any phone calls either when I'm on the internet because I got the dial-up.
This dude got an AOL account. I thought.
Can I tell you? You know how many different email accounts I have? Those here apart in all of them. I have like 5 or 6, but this is like the one I use. It's the oldest one, so I have all my stuff like saved on it.
If you want to know,
yeah,
it's to celebrate the end of winter and his role as protector of the family.
That's what St. Joseph's Day is? Now, we're talking about Joseph like the father, stepfather of Jesus.
It's technically Father's Day in Italy.
Right. Well, that was over the weekend. Over the weekend was like, was it or no? Oh, no, it was Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day in Europe over the weekend, I remember they were saying.
So you don't know any of this?
No. Am I European? Why would I know this?
You're Italian. Part. You should know half of the story.
So today's St. Joseph's Day on Thursday.
After St. Patty's Day. 2 saints in one day, in 1 week. That's a lot, bro.
I'm getting a text from my mother. Says it's Shviadel. Essentially what it is.
What I want to ask your mother is why didn't she pass down the knowledge to you?
Because I didn't get caught up in all that stuff, with...
You mean your history?
Yeah, I guess. I just did my own thing, Do we have something? Okay, James in Staten Island is going to set us straight here real quick on the Zeppelis and the Sfinges. James, how are you today, pal?
I'm doing all right. How are you fellas doing?
Good, James. What's up?
All right. Well, it's not so simple, but it's not so difficult either. The Sfinge is the one that looks like a big cream puff, and it's filled with the cannoli cream. The Zeppeli is the one that looks like a fancy donut.
Yes, I know Zeppeli.
With the custard. All right. So there's 2 different types. Where they originate from, the Sfinge with the ricotta filling, the cannoli filling, comes from southern Italy because it comes from Sicily, the southern part of Italy where ricotta is very, very prevalent. As you move north, they don't have as much affinity for ricotta. They enjoy the custard filling. And the sfilatelli that you're talking about is the clamshell type of one that still has a custard-type filling in it. That's not associated with St. Joseph's Day.
So, you said something. Is Sicily where the melanated people come from? The more melanated Italians?
Say again?
The more melanated Italians?
The what kind of?
I don't know. Obviously, it's coming from Italy, and then you have the American Italians that are here, obviously, in New York. And it's a big day. It's a big thing for St. Joseph's Day. The pastries start about 2 weeks ago, and they'll go probably for another week, and they won't be around again until next year.
Bro, you know none of this, Dan?
No.
Jesus, man. You got to pass this on to your kids. Because if you're half...
Yeah, my last name is Caruso, so I was kind of indoctrinated into it, so...
Ah.
No, but my phone's blowing up from people that are like, "What the hell's the matter with you?"
Right,
but
man.
Basically, that's what I'm getting right now.
You're disrespecting. You're embarrassing the culture.
It's a little surprising, Dan, that you've never heard of it.
Well, no, I didn't know the Sfinge.
Well, I won't go
That's
that
the only
far.
thing
I don't know you that well, so.
Well, it was just the Sfinge thing that caught me by surprise.
You never walk into an Italian bakery in the
Guy
middle
goes
of
into
March?
an Italian bakery, says, "Hey, over there." No. Yeah, I mean, of course, but I don't need a lot of these like desserty type
whatever. Well, I'll
things.
tell you what. You get to eat half of one because you have.
No, I'm not going to eat any of that. No.
Can't believe you, man.
I don't like all those, like,
you
cream
disrespecting the
things
culture
or whatever. James, good stuff though. Seriously.
Well, I'll try to help you out. Maybe because it's only a certain time of the year. Maybe you weren't in the bakery that time of year, so I'll try to help you out a little bit.
Appreciate
This
it.
dude's like 40.
True.
They're like he a young kid that's learning about life in itself, in the world. He should know these things.
James, thanks for the call, man. We got to hit a break. I appreciate it. No, look, are you going to try one of these?
I'm not Italian.
You don't have to be. What do you got in your bowl there? What is that?
This is kava. This is Greek, Mediterranean.
You're not Greek either, but you're eating that. Oh, how is that place, by the way? I've never had it before. The kava, is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty popular. It's like the Greek version of like Chipotle.
They're not everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy ingredients, stuff like that.
I'm going to try that. All right. Quick timeout. We come back. We got a big 12 o'clock hour, huge 12 o'clock hour. Tournament's going to get underway here pretty soon. We got the high noon duel. We're going to go sideline to sideline, plus plenty of your calls. We haven't talked any football yet. It's Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey, it's Michael K, and I love when I get to talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son. It's a local company, family-owned, and I trust them, and you should too. Right now, get tax season savings, up to 35% off select categories, plus save an additional 8.875% off hundreds of items throughout the store. And in-home delivery is free. Great savings, great service. It's what they do. Get tax season savings at PC Richard & Son today. Some exclusions apply. Free delivery on mattresses, $399 and up, excludes Manhattan.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner in the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever.
Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Clinton Yates here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast. Others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Final hour of the show on this Thursday, St. Joseph's Day. As we've found out now in the last few minutes, it is Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York. It's hour number 3. It's the 12 o'clock hour. We got the high noon duel coming up. But what else is it, my friend?
It's the power hour. We had a little controversy with you on the mic and the ones and twos with Tom, man. Like, Tom been getting teased all week about the just got paid Friday night, saying you were supposed to get him to clap to keep him on.
Just got paid.
So you can stay on beat.
Friday night, party jumping, feel all right.
You had him on beat.
Yeah, because before I knew what was actually happening, we were already too far down the road, I think, to get back on the train, if you know what I mean.
I also did cut out some pauses in the clip, too, just to make it a little bit shorter for the system.
No, that's a bad job by you, to get the full... because... I actually, I know you did a little editing there. Like, to get the full effect, you almost need the full, even with the pauses and everything. That adds to the humor. And to the genius of you, by the way.
We got to get you get you a drum. So boom, 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 boom.
Even like a metronome type thing.
Like a little heartbeat I can have in my ear.
It's a thing. Just got paid
Friday night.
You just got to catch the rhythm. But if it was rock, you'd have been right on. It's all about the game. Who sings that? Is that original, or is that hard rock metal like you, like Tom?
Motorhead.
Motorhead do that? All about the game. That's Motorhead. I never knew that.
That's Lemmy. By the way, that was a good power hour by you. That was actually really good.
No, that was under control.
No, that was good. You're going out on a high note here. It is 12 o'clock, and by the way, get ready for Pickleball Madness. Tomorrow, ESPN New York taking over Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Catch a live broadcast of DNR starting at 6 a.m., then stick around for our social ladder pickleball tournament. We'll crown our champions, then roll right into a college hoops watch party to cap off the day. The tournament is officially sold out, but the event is open to the public, so come on down, enjoy the action, be a part of Pickleball Madness. Brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. On that note, it is time for High Noon.
It's High Noon.
Right, you know how this goes.
I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the Circuit Court in Wichita, Kansas.
Turn things over to our good friend, Mr. Thomas Joaquin Bauer.
I love that middle name of mine, Joaquin. Fits very well with me.
Joaquin.
I'm going to stop talking now. I had no comeback to that.
Round 1, fight. Who is the Knicks' biggest competition in the East with Cade Cunningham's injury?
Wow, that's a fresh one.
Man, right. You talk about hitting the little circle thing and refreshing.
The body's not even cold yet.
Yeah, for me.
That lung ain't even collapsed yet.
Right, it's still got a little juice life left into it. Just wait to take my boy out back and Lenny him from Mice and Men. Thanks a lot, Tom. I mean, I would say that probably
see him drop the Mice and Men reference. Like he's a smart guy. He knows literature. He's on top of stuff, man.
Hey, man.
Where is Shakespeare?
To be or not to be. I tell you what, I would probably say Boston. I mean, but I think Boston could have arguably been your answer just because of the experience that they had and getting the All-Star back and the fact they were able to hold the fort. I would have went with Boston even before with or without the Cade Cunningham injury. Bit concerning for me as a Pistons fan, just simply because of the pedigree that they have.
What you got going on there? You doing it right?
Yeah, I was just charging my
right.
my laptop. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, but for me, I would say it's definitely Boston.
I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to say Boston too. Just because I think that they're on a mission this year. Like they could have, they had every excuse known to man to just put their feet up and mail this season in. Woe is us. We got enough banners already hanging from the rafters. Jason Tatum's down. You know, we'll get him again next year. We'll reload. Nah, they had themselves a hell of a season while he was on the mend. Now he comes back. I mean, you talk about getting a trade deadline acquisition. This dude is like that and then some. I would watch out for this group because out of any of these teams in the Eastern Conference, think about this, who could conceivably come out of it? Cleveland, Knicks, Boston, Detroit. Which of these groups has actually ever won anything significant? It's Boston. So that's why, to me, they got to be number one.
Round 2, fight! Is the Aaron Judge isn't clutch hate too much?
Yes. I think it's ridiculous. Now, I understand that the Yankees haven't won, but as I said on the morning show the other day, okay, Aaron Judge, when it's all said and done, is going to go down as the best everyday player that the New York Yankees have had since Mickey Mantle. And he's well on his way to that, okay? And that's without even a championship. All right, he's an incredible talent. He has a 3-time MVP already. All right, his numbers in the postseason don't mimic what they are in the regular season, but it is a smaller sample size. And for the people that are actually using this WBC and the fact that he struck out 3 times in the championship game the other night, a 2-week tournament where they played 7 games, and that's a reflection on Aaron Judge, whether he's clutch, whether he's not clutch. What do you say about the rest of the Team USA? None of those guys freaking hit either. The Bryce Harpers, the Kyle Schwarbers, who I can't even remember who else was in that lineup.
I would say big deal. Simply because all the things that you just said is null and void if he doesn't win a championship, right? He is one of the best generational talents that we've had. But now he's getting opportunities, right? He's getting opportunities to be on the big stage, and he's coming up short. And, you have to own that. He who wears the crown, has a lot of the responsibilities, right? And, like, we would say, what do we say about Charles Barkley? What do we say about, like, some of our heroes? But he never won. That's the first thing we bring up. How great is he, right? We put guys that have won that weren't as talented. Only guy that didn't win that's super talented that we even give love to is Dan Marino, right? Everybody else, man, we hold them to such a high standard, like when they had a great career but no championships.
Barry Bonds never won.
Yeah.
And Barry Bonds' postseasons for a long while were not anywhere near as good as they were in the regular season. Until he got to that World Series in 2002, and they, basically was like an intentional walk machine.
But Barry Bonds, I know you don't think that Aaron Judge is a better player, even close to Barry Bonds.
No,
Barry Bonds may be the greatest hitter of all time.
I'm not saying that. No, but
no steroid. He had 2 Hall of Fame careers, one with the little head, one with the steroid head.
But Barry Bonds I'm saying he only went to 1 World Series and they didn't win. You know what I mean?
True. But he wasn't on the New York Yankees. He was on the Pirates and the Giants.
Yeah, but the Pirates won the division 3 straight years while he was in Pittsburgh.
But I get it. But come on now, it's a different thing.
Those were good teams then.
It's a different thing when you play for the Yankees. Like, it's called Mr. October for a reason. It's not called Mr. Regular Season. It's called Mr. October. And he'll never pass Derek Jeter as a Yankee all-time great if he don't win.
But he's a better player than Derek Jeter. That's my point.
But nobody cares.
But I'm saying he's a better player than. It's not even close.
Tom Brady. You think Tom Brady's the best player?
Based on he's not the most talented, but he's going to end up going down as the best player.
Right, but he's not. We know we can think of far better quarterbacks and talented players. He's not. Aaron Rodgers is a better player than
John
Tom
Elway
Brady
was too.
Right,
talented.
My point.
Yeah,
we're trying to act like Judge is the second coming of Reggie Jackson.
He's a better player than Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson just has the rings.
Exactly.
But I mean, in terms of player, A-Rod was a better player.
We never hear about.
A-Rod's a better player than Jeter, not even close.
We never hear about Patrick Ewing being held up there as like one of the greatest players of all time. We never hear Charles Barkley as one of the greatest players of all time.
They were great.
Yeah, they were great players. But Tim Duncan, all these guys. I mean, even Kevin Garnett gets elevated because of he won a championship.
Kevin Garnett also won an MVP in addition to being a champion.
I get
Ewing
it.
never won an MVP, but Ewing was on the dream team, for crying out loud. People sleep
Well,
on Ewing.
according to Carmelo, that means everything.
By the way, you want some depressing news?
Why not?
Chuck Norris hospitalized after a medical emergency in Hawaii.
Chuck Norris is like 85 years old.
I know he's 85, but still.
Listen, him and Geraldo, I don't know what the hell they taking, but him and Geraldo, like you think you ever look at Geraldo?
I haven't seen him lately.
Geraldo,
Promo's
107.
old, yeah.
He's 107 years old.
Yeah. Chuck Norris still doing those infomercials for
No.
workout?
Total Gym. No.
Is that what it was? Total Gym?
Nah, man. We just hit refresh. We can use AI people for him.
So
Chuck Norris,
thoughts and prayers to Chuck Norris. Hope he's
no
okay,
doubt,
man.
No doubt.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Round 3, fight! It's the start of March Madness, the best sports viewing day of the year.
Start of March Madness, the best viewing. We got opening day.
It's a good one. This is a good one,
You got
Tom.
the playoffs. You got the World Cup, the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Who cares about that?
I would say no. I say the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Who cares about that?
Are you going to the World Cup in MetLife?
No, I want no part of that.
You didn't win no tickets?
No. Why would I? Dude.
I would hate if ICE
That
is
place,
around.
dude, that place is going to be a crazy joint.
Yeah, so much so that they're not going to have
That's just what I want to be able to go someplace where I got to park like 12 miles away and then probably take a bus to get over because of security.
But that's why the Giants are not
Going to
practicing
West
during that
Virginia.
time. Yeah.
No, I don't want no part. My TV is great. I'll get all the enjoyment from that. I told you we might even be doing some stuff, some like watch parties.
Watch
The
parties?
World Cup, yeah.
Who?
Here.
Oh, now you want to play attention to the World Cup, but the World Cup, the World Baseball Classic, no big deal.
It's the World Baseball.
But you want to see the World Cup?
It's the World Baseball Classic.
It's the World Cup.
The World Cup is the World Cup is like the biggest tournament in the world, literally. It's huge. Plus, everybody gets involved in soccer again when the World Cup rolls around. You know that.
Everybody started finding a Pele jersey.
You know what I want to watch, though? Fox is doing a documentary, I think it comes out in May or something, on the 94 World Cup when it was here the last time. Because that was huge for soccer in this country. That kind of like there's no MLS without that World Cup coming here in 94.
What year?
94.
They hate us that much that they took us that long for it to come back?
Yeah, because nobody cares about it. Well, I mean, these things are like so far in advance.
It's the Americas. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
20.
It's not like the World Cup is every year. It's every 4 years.
Yeah, but it took 30 years to get back?
Yeah.
30 years to get back?
Yeah, well, 94 to 26, yeah.
That's crazy because I know
It's been all over the world.
I know it's been in Brazil like 3 times.
I think it was in Brazil once.
Has it been in Chile?
Last time it was in Brazil was the last time ESPN had it, believe it or not, I think. Because then now Fox takes over. Fox has had the soccer rights. No, but it's been everywhere. It's been in Asia, been in...
Who's doing
remember
it?
It went into the Middle East.
Who's doing it? Mike Tirico?
No, he don't work for Fox.
You see they took the title from Senegal? Some racist stuff, man.
No, for what?
It's been controversy. Like they've had the championship thing for like 3 months, and Senegal said you got to come get it. It ain't leaving the country.
We're talking about soccer?
Soccer.
What? I think I
you
might have
talking about
seen
cricket?
that.
Because they refused to play.
Like in the African League or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. They refused to play or something because they were calling them monkeys and stuff like that.
No, you don't want that.
But they're Moroccan, but they think they're Middle Eastern, not African. So that's the whole discrepancy. Yeah, we're Northern Africa, but we're more Middle Eastern.
You know what happened? I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So the last World Cup was in the Middle East, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was in the Middle East. And remember, it was in November in 2022. Instead of in the summer, they had it in November because in the Middle East,
hot.
It would have been too damn hot. Those
Barbecue
dudes would have
chicken.
been like melting on the field. So they're doing the final in November. Final was on a Sunday morning. Argentina was in the final. Messi against who was in the other?
Ronaldo?
Who did they play? No, did they play either France or Germany in the World Cup final?
That's Mbappe then.
But I'm trying to remember who they played. Anyway, so it was a Sunday morning here. France. Okay, it was Argentina and France. We had a home game that day. Jets. We're in the coaches club doing the pregame show. Up on the stage, we got the big giant screen TV above us. They're showing the World Cup final at that moment. In all the years I've been doing it, there were never more eyes in our direction on the stage, but they weren't looking at us. They didn't give a you-know-what about what we were saying. The place was a mob scene because all they were doing was watching the final, and it went into overtime. So that place was a zoo that day in that club, and all they were doing were watching the soccer game that was on above our heads. We could have been sitting there giving you secrets to the pot of gold someplace, and nobody would have known.
Couldn't pick you out of the lineup.
Couldn't pick us out of a lineup. But you know what? Argentina against France in the World Cup final, they were there.
Mbappe.
But for my money, to answer the question real quick, to me this is as good as it gets. Today and tomorrow, because it's basically the same thing. 16 games today.
Is this live?
This is live. This is the first game. TCU Ohio State.
Loser goes home?
Loser goes home.
Not a play-in?
Not a play-in. This is legit. This is the madness. Today and tomorrow. These are as good a days, I think, as there are in the calendar as a sports fan. Love it. You're going to get basketball till probably between 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning next 2 nights.
You know, my school went to the Elite Eight twice when I was there. Sent Bobby Knight home. So that would be Southern Illinois. Jesus Christ.
When they send Bobby Knight home? The Salukis.
Yeah, when I was in college. We sent them home. We went to the Elite Eight.
When he was at Texas Tech, right? Not at Indiana.
Yeah. But that's where Bruce Pearl and all those guys that went
started
to Purdue.
out?
Yeah, they started out there as assistants.
They had a good program.
Yeah, Purdue. Yeah. They took both of our head coaches.
800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. Let's say hi to our buddy David in Elizabeth. He's been on hold a while.
Hold on, wait.
I apologize for that. Dave, what's
yesterday,
going on, my friend?
He got cut off.
Oh, we got cut off yesterday?
Yeah. What's up, fellas? Hey, Bart, my bad, man. My daughter, she's been pressuring me the whole time. She wants to say hi to you. Say hi to Bart. Yeah.
Hello.
She sounds sad. Is she right, man?
I'm dropping.
She wants some candy, man. Fruity Pebbles.
Oh. Go get her a pastry. It's St. Joseph's Day, apparently. Hello? Dave, you there?
Don't tell me we're going to lose them 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I apologize about that. Yeah, man. I've been trying to speak to you guys for the last 2 days. You know, whenever you get on with Ty, it's like, I get it. You guys have good dialogue, and everybody loves when you guys get together. But we want to talk to you, man. That's how we get through our work week. That's how we get through everything. And I just want to say this. Bart, we want to give you your flowers for, you always telling it how it is. I really want to give you your flowers for what you did on SNY, how you told it how it was with Gino, because you did say, all the positives, but you also pointed out some negatives. And I didn't think you would do that because, that's, your obligation to them. But I didn't think that you would do that. But we got to definitely give you your flowers because I didn't think that you would, say that, these are the positives and these are the negatives. But you definitely put out a good game plan, and, we appreciate that.
What would you expect him to say? I mean, let's be real. Of course, there's going to be negatives, of course. Why would he be available if there weren't any negatives?
But you know how, like, sometimes when you deal with, like, say, people accuse Allen and, Michael being Yankee boy.
I got you. Yeah.
I keep it real, man. Unfiltered. I don't know how to do that.
No, definitely. You did it respectfully. You didn't do it in a way where, you were bashing him or, talking down on him. You were just saying that, hey, as much as he gets the yardage and he gets touchdowns, he definitely throws the ball to the other side of the team. So, we want to, try to limit that and, just try to get him to play his best ball. And, he's going to have a good offensive line. So you should definitely do what he thinks is right. Also, real quick, Dan, before you guys let me go, I really hope that they stay away from Ty Simpson, man. We really don't need that. We have a game plan. Let's see it through. And last but not least, hey, Bart, I want to say this. Not yesterday, but on Monday, you had mentioned something about Muji saying that, hey, he's made great moves, but he's also has to take accountability for, signing off on Justin Fields and some of the other things that weren't good about the past season. That's another thing I wanted to say, too. I didn't think that you would call him out on that, but you definitely did. So, I want to definitely hear your opinion, both of you, on that. Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I hosted a ticket sale event and said the same thing. Like, hey, bro, you did this, but he didn't do that. And I'm sitting in the building with a lot of the people there looking dead in my face. I don't care. I mean, listen, I don't say anything I can't feel like I can say to somebody's face. Whether you disagree with it, we can discuss that. But you understand that if I say something, I believe it. And if I believe it, then I'm going to defend it.
Well, the bottom line is, too, with the quarterback situation, you're right. I mean, I'm sure he had a hand and a role in Fields coming in. It didn't work out, but what you admire about it is that they were aware enough to move on right away and admit their mistake.
Right, and
cut their losses.
And find the best possible solution maybe that they could get other than Kyler Murray. But we knew Kyler Murray wasn't going to come here because he sees an opportunity to take over for a kid that's underperforming, and they don't have the first-round draft picks or 3 first-round draft picks for next year. So if Kyler Murray goes there and plays well, then he's going to be the quarterback for them going forward, Whereas if Kyler Murray came here and played well, but we still had a chance to get another quarterback, we're going to spend that on that quarterback.
Well, and think about it too. The pick that they ended up getting back from Kansas City for Justin Fields was basically a wash in the pick that they gave to the Raiders for Geno Smith.
Yeah, I mean,
think about it.
And to be able to, and the $3 million you're paying Geno Smith, you pretty much got back from the Raiders because they took $7 million they took $7 million, so that's $3 million that you got back out of the 10 that Justin Fields was owed from Kansas City.
Right. It's basically between Justin Fields and Geno Smith, the Jets are paying $10, $11 million, whatever it adds up to, for both of those guys. And I know one's not on the team anymore, but the other thing the Jets are doing as well is that when you fast forward to what next year looks like as far as the cap is concerned, I don't think they have a lot of dead money, if anything, for next year. For 27.
Next year they'll have $150 million. All that stuff is falling off.
Think about that.
So they not only will they be able to draft, their quarterback and have picks, they'll also be able to have a spending spree, much like what New England had 2 years ago. And hopefully they can find their Drake May, but also you get an opportunity to get a lot of money off the books, as Sauce money is going to fall off the books, Quinnen Williams is going to fall off the books, and Aaron Rodgers money is going to fall off the books. So they have an opportunity to get players by draft and players by equity.
800-919-3776. We'll get into the football a little bit here a little bit. We got our sideline to sideline coming up as well. We roll till 1. It's Dan and Bart right here on ESPN New York.
Thursday on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Is there a way to fix the NBA's tanking problem? And Drop Madness returns today at the start of the round of 64 in March Madness. Will Don win again?
25 a month. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Right now, FanDuel's dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Right now, FanDuel's dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. 21 and over in physically present New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm. From the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me. And the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
Wendy here. If you're looking to add a star player to your financial roster, you should take a look at SoFi's personal loans. SoFi's got some amazing moves that would be a valued addition to any team, like low fixed rates when you consolidate your debt, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. View your rate at SoFi.com/roster to get started. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/roster. NMLS 696891.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Right now, beef tenderloin is only $10 a pound, and Atlantic salmon portions are just $9.98 a pound. That's serious value on awesome quality cuts. Plus, Wild Fork offers over 450 meat and seafood options, all blast frozen to lock in freshness and flavor. Visit one of their 7 stores across Long Island and New Jersey, or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
Score up to a $50 bonus bet daily during March matchups with BetMGM's free-to-play fast break game. Log in to BetMGM, play as the point guard, and choose to pass or go for a dunk. If you score, you'll win either a $50 bonus bet or boost token. The ball is always in your court with BetMGM, where you can take advantage of special offers and earn rewards points on every bet. Make a fast break during March matchups by playing as the point guard for your daily shot at a $50 bonus bet or boost token. BetMGM.com is where you can find full prize details and terms. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. All rewards expire in 24 hours.
Dan and Bart, ESPN New York, here on 880. 800-919-3776, the telephone number. All right, it is time for, because we haven't really gotten into a lot of the football stuff that we wanted to get into, and that is the perfect opportunity for something we like to call Sideline to Sideline.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline.
Go, go, go.
With Bart and Carlin.
Well. Let's get into some football news here, gentlemen. And there's 2 quarterback, one's a trade, one's a signing, that sort of affects the Jets in a way, because initially the reports were that the Jets could be looking to have a veteran backup in their system. But now the Vikings are bringing back Carson Wentz, who is linked to Frank Reich, and they're also going to be down Andy Dalton because the Eagles have traded for him. They traded a 2027 pick for Andy Dalton. So now, maybe the Jets, maybe they're not going to get the quarterback that they desire. The veteran, I should say, that they desire.
Well, I get that. Probably would have wanted Carson Wentz with his relationship with Frank Reich. You have to quickly pivot. I mean, if we want to have, the third reunion with DeMario Davis, why not bring Joe Flacco back? Joe Flacco's getting a lot of love for a lot of places. If you go out and you get another receiver, Joe Flacco played well with Cincinnati and well with Cleveland early on. He's still a guy that offers that veteran leadership. He's stable. He can go and learn a system really fast. So Joe Flacco is an option. Teddy Bridgewater, went back to the Lions, so he's not available.
Not bad for a guy who was done, remember, and now he's back. And
I mean, listen, anytime you can say I'm gonna take a year off from football and come back, and man, you just talk about that. Just tells you how much people love the way he he goes about his business inside of a facility, be a teammate or whatever. But then even when he had to play for the Lions, he went in there, he was cooking. I know people didn't want golf to get back out.
It is. We were talking about this before the show today, and it's funny because so Carson Wentz re-signs with the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought that was an option because he and Frank Reich obviously have a relationship from the Eagles and the Colts. We talked about it, I think it was right before free agency or right around there, like Andy Dalton. He could have been trade bait for the Jets because Frank Reich knows him from their time together in Carolina. Now you miss out on both of those targets. Dalton goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know where the Jets are going to go right now for a backup quarterback. They need somebody. It ain't going to be a rookie. You got to find a veteran.
You can always make a trade for guys like Marcus Mariota. There's still guys still out there. Tyrod Taylor hasn't signed with anybody yet, has he?
No, he hasn't signed yet.
So,
but Mariota just re-signed with Washington. They're not going to trade him because it's only.
What about Sam Howell?
Sam Howell did, I think. He just went somewhere. I mean, the options aren't great. Dallas, Sam Howell, Dallas.
Well, let's go Cooper Rush, baby, for $500.
God.
What do you mean? Cooper Rush played well with the Cowboys.
That's what
now the Ravens are asking him to do something totally different.
That's what we're really doing, though. We're saying, like, let's go
whoa.
on Cooper Rush.
Oh, it's really a big drop off from Cooper Rush than Carson Wentz.
No, in a perfect world, you don't want your backup quarterback on the field.
So you think Cooper Rush can't play? He's just as good as Andy Dalton.
I think I'd still have a little bit more faith in Andy Dalton because he's up with the system.
But you don't think Cooper Rush would be a perfect body type, bigger quarterback? It's not like he's a small guy. He's built just like Andy Dalton.
No, he's a bigger guy. I give him, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, if you're going to sit here and twist my arm on a backup quarterback,
you know what I'm saying, Tom? Here I am pulling something out of the air. You know what I'm saying? A guy that most people didn't even realize. Oh, Cooper Rush is still out there, and I pull it out, and he just craps all over.
It's not that I crapped all over it. It's having these thoughts about, like, boy, if we're going to have any part of the season next year, we're talking about, like, Cooper Rush playing.
I mean, we worried about that now, but what you just did was equivalent to Major League when Doran was saying he don't have to do any extra calisthenics if he don't stand in front of the ball and take the bump.
What do you want me to do? Dive for it?
And he gave him the contract, and he urinated on it.
You thought it was to that level?
Yeah, you just took my Cooper Rush take, threw it on the ground. I said, hey, let me see that. Looked at it, threw it on the ground, and urinated.
Here's the thing. I don't think I did that. It was more not because of your suggestion. It was more about, like I said, we watched a lot of bad football this year, did we not?
Yeah.
There was a lot of bad football. I don't want to have to
you want Cook. You want to see Cook. Okay.
Not necessarily. You know what I would love? If Gino's going to be the starter, play 17 games.
No, he's going to miss at least 2 or 3 games. That's just football now.
All right, so I've got another story to tell you guys about here. And this is nope, I have the wrong link open. This is the Cleveland Browns. They're making a little rule proposal, and this one I think has been in the works for a little while now. They're proposing a rule change. They're proposing...
Ray, clip that one.
Thanks. They're proposing a rule change that would allow NFL teams to trade picks 5 years into the future. Currently, it's at 3 years into the future that you could trade them out. Compared to the NBA, you can go 7 years out in the future. 5, probably going to be a good number that 24 of 32 teams would need to agree upon.
Oh, just Bobby Bonilla, man. Like, we just push it down with the LA Dodgers, man. I think 3 is fine. I think 3 is fine.
3 is fine. I agree. Once we
I'm
gonna
give you five. I'm gonna give you my next 5 first-round draft picks.
Remember, for the longest time, compensatory draft choices weren't allowed to be traded. Like, now they went ahead and made the change that you could trade compensatory picks. But
that's got 2, right?
They got 2. They got a 4 and a 5. Does this do anything for you? Stone Smart signing with the Eagles.
I didn't even remember that he played for us last year.
Yeah, he's special teams mostly. They talked him up like they talk up everybody. But anyway, go ahead, Tom.
Well, that was the story. I'll just move on to another one. The NFL, they are laying out groundwork. You guys know how the replacement refs worked back in the day? You know how well that was received?
It was a disaster.
Are you sure it was a disaster?
You weren't still playing with the replacement refs, were you? Were you done by then?
I left in 13.
I thought, was 13 the year with the replacement refs?
Yeah, I was going there.
That sounds around that.
I left 12. Yeah, I don't think I would play with replacement.
Because you remember the Monday night game in Seattle with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, and they got screwed by
the Hail Mary?
The Hail Mary, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was playing.
They even did an SNL skit on replacement refs. Like, that's how bad it was.
Well, that's a standard then. Well, apparently they're laying out the groundwork for hiring more replacement refs this season because the league has to agree to a new CBA with the NFL Refs Association. It's going to lead to some wonderful, wonderful debate that we already don't have on social media.
Here's what this is all about, okay? The NFL lets this information trickle out. Oh, we're ready to run with replacement refs, and they know full well they can't do that because it was a debacle last time, literally influencing the outcome of games. Everybody and their mother knows that.
And now with gambling.
With gambling, exactly. So
get one of these refs touched.
Yeah, they're not going to give them a security. They ain't got the Secret Service with the replacement refs. I can promise you that. So you think they get this information out there? They're trying to force the hand of the officials, saying, "Oh, well, here." But the officials are smart enough to realize that there's no way the NFL is going to go into the season and have these guys out there again because of the catastrophe it was the last time. They will come to a common ground. It might not be in, April or May, but it'll happen before September the 1st. I can promise you that. There's too much at stake.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like we saw with the WNBA negotiations. Deadlines breed action.
Well, it's not only that. I think the most important thing is what you just said with gambling. What do you think when the NBA and Adam Silver around the All-Star break finally did something about these teams that were tanking and they fined, Indiana and who was it? Indiana and was it Washington? Who was the other team that they slapped on the wrist or whatever? But the only reason they did that is because the gambling partners of the NBA were knocking on their door saying, we can't do this. We're getting hosed out of our validity because you got these teams that are mailing in these games, and it's not fair for anybody who's going out there and placing wagers on them. I can't even believe this is a thing, and we're talking about it. You know what I mean? But it is.
Knicks.
So you guys teased this earlier, and I just wanted to play it back because I was able to find the sound. You know how Max Crosby, he was kind of traded to one team and then...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. So you guys were teasing his side of the story and what happened. This is from the Rush pod on his encounter with the Ravens.
The head coach, just chop it up, talk football, talk ball. He's a defensive guy. Never met him before like that, so I wanted to chop it up. So I didn't get to meet with him till the end of the day. I didn't get to see the GM at all. I thought I was going to see him when I first got there. I didn't see him for 5 hours. I didn't see him one time. I even asked the girl. I was like, "Where's Eric at?" I want to say, you know what I mean? He just made the trade. I didn't see him for 5 hours. I go and do my thing. At the end, they're like, "Yeah, I'll take you up." Joe was like, "I'll take you up and you go see the head coach, whatever, just before you leave." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "That's what I want to say what's up to him." So I went back up. I dap him up, and you could just tell the energy was a little bit off. And the GM was standing in the hall, in the room next to me to the right. And that was the first time I seen him. And I'm just in my head, this is a whirlwind. I'm so excited, fired up. You know what I mean? This is a new opportunity, whatever. And you could just tell the energy was off. I dapped him up. He had a blank face. And I'm like, okay. I'm not thinking anything of it. Maybe he's just different. I don't know. I don't know him, whatever. I go into the room. They sit me down on the couch. And he's like, "Man, I don't know how to say this, but, one of our doctors has concerns with the results and whatever. And with your knee, some of them have, are concerned about the future and da-da-da-da-da. We know we really want you and this is what it is, but, we're just going to have to get more and more opinions."
They got 5 more opinions. And, they think it's degenerative. He could come back this year, but how long is he going to be at that level, with the knee issue?
Man, I just think that what happened is that the Ravens woke up. DeCosta woke up. He realized I had 9 free agents that left for my own team. My roster's getting a little thin. And now I got a guy with a medical that, all right, it's not ideal. There's a little bit of concern, but that because he's not 25. And then he's like, shoot, I just gave up 2 first-round picks for him? How am I going to restock the shelves that I got? Those are valuable picks to surrender. And he looked for an easy way out, and he got an easy way out. Not easy, but he got an out, which is still hard to believe.
He got a guy that took the money, that got a longer deal. All Trey wanted was to make sure that the deal was a 4-year deal instead of a 3-year deal. That's what he was sticking on. He gets to get out. And I think they are also pissed off with the fact that they signed Linderbaum and reset the market. Now he's like, well, we were saving that money, and we were going to try and re-sign Linderbaum, but we can't do that now with what we gave for them, and we can't do it in the draft. You know what? Let's just void it.
You think that was to get back at them a little bit for Linderbaum, though?
I think so.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't think about that.
Linderbaum, listen, how often? That might be one of the first times, I believe, that the Ravens wanted to sign a first-round draft pick that they drafted. They're not a team that let their draft picks get away. Their team, especially if, Linderbaum was an all-pro. So that's
what I think happened. What's going on? You all right?
Yeah,
your headphones?
My headphone popped out.
But remember, it was at the Combine, so that was still in February. DeCosta, when he did the press conference, he said
reset the market
that they already made or did make a franchise or a market setting
but for
offer.
A center, that's not a lot. That's just $22 million. Where the left tackles make way more. This is interior. they made the Raiders made him the highest, period.
Right.
Not
but I mean,
interior, exterior.
You would have thought. Now, at the time, it was still vague, so we didn't know like how much greater it was going to be. I thought he would stay in Baltimore. So I'm surprised.
$5 million per. That's 10 year 2, 15 year 3. Man, that's real money.
I thought that they were going to do everything they could to keep him there, and they didn't, obviously. And now he's out there in Vegas. But I think at the end of the day, they needed the picks, and they wanted the picks. You know what I mean?
A little rule proposal, and this one I think has been in the works for a little while now. They're proposing a rule change. That's unfortunate.
When you just played that, by the way, and you started with the rule proposals, I actually thought, because I can't see Tom, I thought that was like live Tom, and I thought he was like going back to the well, like doing a story again that we did already. I was like, we did this. Oh, that's funny.
Quite unfortunate.
Tom, you're the best.
I try my best. I try my best to be the best every day. I got one more for you, boys. Yeah. And this gentleman is trying to be the best quarterback in the NFL draft. That would be Ty Simpson. Because everybody and their mother now loves Ty Simpson. So much so that Dan Orlovsky on ESPN said this about him.
I truly believe that if Ty Simpson was 6'4", he would be going number 2 to the New York Jets. Or if he had 23 college starts and the body of work looked like it did, like Mel referenced.
Would you, if he was 6'4", would he be going number 1 to the Raiders?
I think it'd be a much greater conversation. Absolutely. You watch that young man play, middle of November, he's a top 5 pick in a lot of people's eyes. And you cut on the Missouri game, you cut on the Wisconsin game, you cut on the Vanderbilt game. You're watching a guy that's lethal down the field with the deep in routes, with the crossing routes, with the rhythmic timing. This isn't an RPO offense where dinking and dunking. He's very much so Brock Purdy. He's not going to wow you with the physical traits, but surgical when it comes to throwing the football. He's way more of a playmaker than people give him credit for, and he's making real NFL throws on real NFL concepts. I'm much higher on him than other people.
That's great, but if you're the Jets, you don't have the time to take a chance on potential. We've seen this movie before. Mark Sanchez didn't have a lot of starts. Zach Wilson didn't have a lot of starts. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Like he said two things. If he was either 6'4", or if he had, X amount of whatever starts. I think it's more the latter. It's got nothing to do how big he is. I mean, this is the NFL in 2026. We see dudes who are like no more than 6 feet generously have success in play. But if Ty Simpson had 30-plus college starts, he might be a top 5 pick. And look, I'm going to keep doubling down. I'm sorry, he's not making it to 16. Somebody's going to take him. He's a quarterback. And his pro day is next week, and he's going to have the greatest pro day in the world, like every quarterback has.
It's too early.
Right? Every quarterback.
Greatest throw of the process.
It's all choreographed, right? You know your receivers. They map out the throws you're going to make, the routes they're going to run. It is designed for the player to knock it out of the park. That's what the pro days are for. Nobody has a bad pro day. The only way you have a bad pro day is if you show up like drunk, stoned, or all the above. And do what Bart accused me of and urinate all over somebody.
I mean, but you have to go back to the tape, and you got to stick on your principles. Like, we all have rules in which we follow and beliefs that we have as an organization. You have to lean on your beliefs for the organization, what you think what your gut says. Because if you go with Ty Simpson and he doesn't play well, you're gone. You get to kick the can down the road next year, get to see, hey, we got 3 first-round draft picks. We can get maybe 1 or 2 guys we are eligible for unless the team that has the number 1 pick, don't need a quarterback, which is possible.
Right.
And then you look at next year, you'll have opportunities to be able to sign, Mac Jones, because he'll be a free agent.
I think you got an opportunity, and I've said this.
You have multiple ways.
You could have 2 top 10 picks next year for the Jets, because I'm not high on Indianapolis.
Yeah, listen.
I think we've talked about it. Think of these moves.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be that. I mean, Houston's going to be back. Jacksonville's going to be back. It's going to be tough within that division. The Titans, I like what they did. They have 2 smart, really, really smart coaches. And, they're basically just focusing on their expertise.
Daniel Jones gets hurt again, which is in his MO. I mean, God, you don't wish it on anybody. I'm just saying, like, that could easily go south. They gave Michael Clemens $17 million, man.
I mean, they paid Pierce Ross St. Brown money.
They paid Pierce Jerry Rice money. And he ain't Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. 800-919-3776. It's Dan and Bart here on ESPN New York.
5th-seeded St. John's kicks off their March Madness tournament in San Diego against 12th-seeded Northern Iowa. Coverage begins Friday at 7 on 1050 ESPN.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Gold is now nearly $5,200 an ounce, and silver is at an all-time high. Now is the best time to cash in on your unused gold and silver by going to the Estates Roadshow. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 3 locations this week: Staten Island as well as Clark and Old Bridge, New Jersey. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Clark, New Jersey at the Holiday Inn, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South. Get some cash in your hands today at the Estates Roadshow. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087. Or simply visit TRA.com.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
All right, a couple of more minutes here on this Thursday. It's Dan and Bart, ESPN New York. Michael K. Show coming up next in just a matter of moments. Got the first two games underway of the NCAA tournament. 8-9 matchup between TCU and Ohio State. The Horned Frogs out to a 28-22 lead with about 4 minutes to go in half number one. And then you got a 4-13 Nebraska, the 4, taking on the Trojans of Troy at 13. Some people think that could be an upset opportunity. You know what the fun little factoid is about Nebraska, Bart? You know how many wins in the NCAA tournament the Nebraska Cornhuskers have in the school's history?
5.
0.
Tommy Frazier didn't play for them 1 year and
they
didn't one.
They didn't run the wishbone on the basketball court.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't happen.
Think about some Charlie Ward type stuff.
I think Nebraska will take care of business here and at least get that first one. They'll hold off Troy. They had a very, very good. They were picked to finish like at or near the bottom of the Big Ten, and they had a real, real good season.
Then they got Howard go in for the first time. Like some of the storylines in this thing.
They won their play-in game the other night in Dayton, so they get another. They're in the big entry now.
That's just like the beauty. Like these places, they go there and it's like a celebration for 1 or 2 days. Like Sister Jean, you get people like that.
Yep.
You know, and you get these stories. And that's what you root for in these tournaments, stories. Like who's going to like punch above it. But I think now with the NIL stuff, you're not going to have as many upsets anymore because you're not going to have like the teams that got a bunch of one and dones and then you got the team gets the old people. Right, the VCUs of the world used to be all these old people, and you get these upsets because you got grown men playing against kids that have played with each other for 4 years, and they locked in. Now, every year, every team is a totally different team, new team.
You're taking guys who are, let's say, mid-major players, and because of NIL, they're then going to P4, P5 high-major programs, and they're starring. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a little bit of the haves and the have-nots now, and I know that you had the giant killers in the past and all that stuff, but if you go back and you look the last couple of years in the NCAA tournament since we've really jumped in with 2 feet in this NIL world, it's been chalky. You know what I mean? Like the tournament the last couple of years, it's been like even filling out my brackets. Like you don't like to do that, but it really has been chalky. You know, so you're taking a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s, and that's just the way that the tournament has unfolded the last couple of seasons. It has. You know, like, you hate to say it, but it's almost like boring is better when doing your brackets now because there's not that many big upsets to where you have Cinderellas going deep into the tournament. They might get one, they'll pick off somebody in the first round, but they're bowing out early.
Yeah. We saw that with, in my opinion, with the football. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Teams is the parity, right? Because teams always got to refresh, go get exactly what they're looking for.
The last 2 years, there's only been 2 double-digit seeds that advanced to the Sweet 16. You know, it's a lot of favorites. That's all the time we have for today. This was a lot of fun. A little bit of everything today, even some Italian pastries. I mean, just everything you could imagine. Thanks to Tom. Thanks to Ray. He's Bart. I'm Dan. Michael K. Show next here on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds,